Shamai Elite Dangerous fans and chums, welcome to a stream all about exploration, including a little bit of exobiology. So as you may well be aware, this is it was mainly for the community goal, so I'll be pointing out a few planets that are relevant to the community goal, but I think I've done my contribution for that, so I'm going to be just really chillaxing, trying to find some good exobiology planets, and some good planets, hopefully some Earth-like worlds, if not water worlds, if we can't find Earth-like. But we're just going to be ploughing our way through the universe and seeing what we can find. Just going to do a bit of a sound check with my antiquated idea of what a sound check is to see if everything's working. It all seems to be working, it's all coming out the right information. And some which, good planets, hopefully some... Yep, it is actually working, so that is good. Don't need to hear my voice anymore. Very nice. This stream we've already started with in a star system. I'll show you exactly where we are and roughly where we're going to go right now. So looking at the galaxy map, you don't need to be this far away as well from the community goal. So from the Earth, the bubble, etc. The Earth, etc. We're about 3,000 or 2,700 light years from wherever that is. We're Sol. Let's see how far away Sol is, just out of interest. Solati, that is obviously the better place than Sol by far. 2,700 light years, so we like that. Let's look at this system I've just discovered. I've already scanned this one. Here's one I scanned earlier. Don't worry, I will scan some more during this stream. We should be able to manage a couple of hours today. So you can see it's got a good deal of star systems. So if you look at the description of my video, it'll give you the build for this ship, and it'll give you a link to the community goals. So what we need to get just for community goals is high metal content worlds and rocky worlds. We need to scan them, so a surface scan as well as a background scan, and that will give you the points that make prizes and allow you to get the scanner, which will is already pre-engineered. So the surface scanner that's pre-engineered. So here's a number of rocky worlds down here. So for those who don't know about exobiology and exploring, etc. Shamai, how are you doing? Another mighty fine day, MPJ. I hope you're having a good one. Are you feeling well? So yeah, these rocky worlds, basically if you've got this half circle, and if the full circle indicates that it's got an atmosphere, the half circle indicates you can land on it. So with both of them, we can maybe find some exobiology, and we've already scanned them. You can see 5 biologicals on this one that I'm orbiting now. So we're going to see if we can find some stratum tectonicus. So notice it's carbon dioxide. That makes it a go potentially for stratum, and there's a whole load of other ones of these as well that I've discovered all by myself. Unless some sneaky people follow this stream and go and steal them off me. Don't do it, no. If you do, well, fair enough, well done to you. But we need to get to this planet. I thought I was orbiting. I took a picture of it. Hold on, let's we need to get back on that to see where we are. So it's this one here, 6B. Let's target it again. Don't know where I'm going, don't know what I'm doing. Right. Yeah, I was orbiting it, but I seem to have lost my orbit because I wasn't in Super Cruise. It can't be that far away. Right, Mandalay. So I've got 5A thrusters engineered with dirty drive on this, and I've got a 4A shield as well, which somebody was laughing at me on my video because they found it funny that I was using such a big shield. But if you've seen my play, you know why. I make mistakes. Oh, bloody hell. Make mistakes, he says. I've just wet my... It's okay. I think it's not my... It's not a bit of electronic equipment I own that I've just wet. I think it's the works one, so it's alright. And I've got a spare one of them. It is actually broke. I broke it during the World Cup when there was a goal, which was just so frustrating. I threw my headset down and then the headset stopped. Well, it snapped. I've sellotaped it. It's alright. I got a new headset though. It is many years old, so don't worry, I'm not destroying my work stuff just for nothing. Okay. I've not got my face on as well today, which you're going to enjoy or not enjoy, because I want to do, as you can tell, head tracking on this video, and also because I didn't feel too up for it, for combing my hair. My hair doesn't need combing. With the joys of life and all, I just wanted to get deep into some exploration. So we've bound our surface scanner, which is I think it's a pre-engineered version because it's suspiciously G5, and I don't have any G5 scanner. So this will be the equivalent of the one that you win in the CG. Oh, bejesus, what am I doing? Sorry. I'm blaspheming God again, sorry about that. But 3 probes, we got 2. We only needed 2 on that one. That's how you don't do it. So we needed the top and bottom. So let's see what we've got. We've got conscious, so there is stratum. And I'll hilariously show you where we're going to land. I should have got my spreadsheet out. Oh, you can't start the game without a spreadsheet. That is completely amateur hour, but I've just finished my tea. I've got a limited amount of time, and it's like, you know, when your partner's away, the cats can play and all that. So let's go and see. Oh, bacterium. So we've got concha, we've got stratum, tubus, tussock, so they're all together. So they'll be good. It was the concha, wasn't it, that's the pain. Dude, where's my son? Don't land in the darkness. Tubus. So it was the there it is, the concha. Stratum's on reasonably flat land, so if we go for anything reasonably flat, what you want to do ideally is aim for a little bit of hill at the side of the flat bit, and then you've got 2 different biomes. And I find all I can on one, and then jump into the other biome to see if I can find the rest of it. That's literally how I do it. I remember most of the time where stuff is. So once you get into it, you will know. Let's have a little look. It's gone red. And just have a look at my spreadsheet there. Just wasting time on the old spreadsheet, which is a significant amount of Elite Dangerous. I've got a rubbish spreadsheet. It's a Tesco value one. I really should use the proper one, but I forgot my login. So I just use this rather than learn my login, and it's rubbish. So we're in the super cruise, we're going down. You can do that trick where you just aim directly at the planet and cheat and cycle straight down, but I don't like it, so I prefer doing it this way. It's more enjoyable. It's less of a cheat as well, but it's fine if you want to do it. Obviously, I'm not slagging off people who play it the way they want to. Like people who do exploration with without shields, with no shields, with 3D shields. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, there it is. It's opened. Oh, that's why my screen's gone. So I like this little hole down here. So you see this little gap, just in case you want to see the Exobiology and land right on top of it. You can do it like that. Let's get out and see how cold it is. So, Stratum Tectonicus. HMC and Rocky Worlds. Well, it should be enough. If you've been out for a week, it'll be well enough. You'll be in the top 25% probably. I was out since the start of the CG pretty much, so nearly a week. And I've been in, I've cashed in my gold already, so I don't need to do any extra. But there is extra money, there is a bit of a boost, so it's going to be worth it. To cash this lot in as well, but I'll show you how much I've done. So with the transactions for the CG, I've got 422 reports, and that was 500 million worth of exobiology, and I've been scanning a lot of mainly HMCs on that, and I got 16 reports just off scanning. I think it was a rocky world that the orbital is orbiting for the CG, so that gave me 16. So it's not one report per body. It's kind of, which is the thing that did my head in a little bit, because it's about 80 or something, the top end of 75%, I think, at the moment. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, you'll get in the top 75 easy, and you should stay in it. So make sure you don't lose it, obviously. So I don't even know what was this. Let's go on to the next one. We've got the spreadsheet open. Do you have a spreadsheet for exobiology in your exploration? I'm laughing because I do, and I think people would think it's very sad that I play a game like this. There are many people, like my missus, she laughs at me because all she sees is a black screen of doom, you know, the black screen of space, and she's like, "What are you doing? You're just looking at a black screen. What is this, a game you're playing? You just seem to look at a black screen." So she finds it hilarious, and I seem to be addicted to it. It's the main game I played. I played GTA yesterday or the day before, and it was boring. I've not played it in a long time because one of the friends have dropped out. So yeah, I don't play it a lot at the moment. But this is my main game, which you think I'd have got bored by now. I've been doing quite a few videos for couple of years now. Oh, it's line. Yeah, very good. Oh, what we should start, what I'll do, I'll show you my Elite Observatory. Actually, no, I won't show you because it probably won't show up on screen because it's annoying like that. But I'm using Elite Observatory. I'll use Elite Observatory. I've got the noise on so you can hear it talk over the headset, which will not be annoying, honestly. Yeah, let's have a look at the while we're on about the CG, I'll have a look at what the rewards are. What I like to do normally is, I'll land between. Look at that there. We've got some nice bacteria. Oh, even better than bacteria. Look up ahead. Got something special there, pedibit special. So we're going to land next to that sticky thing, and we'll scan that next as well as the bacteria. But first, we're going to have a look at the CG. So the top 75% is 46 to 120, and the top 25% is 271 plus, roughly. I mean, it's not 100% accurate, but they're good enough. So yeah, you'll be fine for doing that. But you probably just need a day, really, and just hardcore scanning every single HMC and Rocky, and you'll be, for anyone who hasn't started it yet, and then cycle back and you'll be fine. They don't need to be original. I've gone out 3,000 light years. 1,000 is enough. The reason I've gotten out this far is to get original stuff. You had a spreadsheet in Elite 2 as well. I didn't. I was on Elite 2 Frontier, and I don't know how old I was. I must have been a youth, a spotty. I don't think I was even a spotty youth. Actually, I wasn't a spotty youth. But I didn't have spreadsheets at that point. I hadn't discovered them at that point in my life. But I love them now. They're my favourite. I've got a spreadsheet for everything. It's like work. I've got an incredibly complicated spreadsheet, and it's a way forward to organise your life. I don't have a file of facts. I've got spreadsheets. Shamai Daddy, how are you doing? Right, we've started. Let's go. Let's. I'm just on a bit of a exobiology rampage, and we wanted to start the monitor for. I doubt you'll be able to see this in the stream because it has a habit of not showing up, probably because of my settings. Because I'm showing the game with you, not the other bits, not the actual screen. If I shared the screen, it would show you. But I'll put it on anyway because it's got voice. It's voice activated. It doesn't seem to be working at the moment. Probably because I've not scanned anything while it's been awake. But we'll try and find another one of these sticky things. That's the official term. I'm going to try and grab as much exobiology as we can before the next one. I'm not necessarily going to do it perfect as well. Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks, Daddy. I'm not ill. My colleague is ill, so hopefully he gets well soon because we really don't have enough people. We had to bridge the shift run today. And I finished my shift. I shit you not, I went to bed. I went to bed in my work clothes and I was cold. I was just like, I'm not ill. But I had to go to sleep. Right, we've got a tubus, so that's what it's called, the sticky thing. I should call it a tubus. I'm not sure I started this botanist. My Elite Observatory has gone AWOL. I started it, but not at the right time, obviously. Hi Malcolm, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Hey, look at this. Doing some exobiology. I mean, it's part of this. It's not really. You don't need to do this for the CG, but it's just HMCs and rocky worlds we're scanning. But as HMCs are the favourite and rocky worlds are the favourite for stratum tectonicus, we're gonna nail some of those. So we've got our stratums. We're just going on to the other stuff. Currently tubus. We've got some other stuff in the background. What I should do is land. What I've done expertly, as you can tell, I did this on purpose. I landed next to the next exo that I'm going to be scanning. I might even do the bacterium if I fancy it. Come on, mate. Is this not tubus? It's the tussock. That's the word. The grassy stuff. Oh, the colonisation. I've abandoned it. I've gone AWOL with colonisation because it's. Oh, we've finally got the which you probably won't be able to see, the exobiology thingy-bob. What's it called? The Elite Observatory going. So I know what I'm doing now. But I knew anyway. But yeah, the colonisation is going all right. But the problem is I've started the. What's it called? The. Not the Coriolis. The asteroid base. That's the one. and I've just not got the gumption to go on and have a go at it. And I promised to help out my squadron in some way, so I want to do some of their stuff as well before I start back on my own stuff. So at the moment it's on hold until I get the motivation, but there's still plenty more to do. It's good to swap things around because there's a danger of doing too much. So I went hard on the colonisation, mainly because I had these colonisation videos and I wanted to keep up to date because it kept changing every 5 minutes. Yeah, I've not borrowed the squad carrier yet. They've not let me have a go on it, so maybe they will, but I've got my own carrier. I don't really want the squad carrier because my own's big enough for what I need it for, but they're quite good for playing with, for helping people out if unengineered builds are your thing, so for a training platform. But I've not helped out in any way with the squadron. I've been pretty useless, to be honest. I did a video on it and that was it. I Foxtrot Oscared, time limited. But I keep meaning to do it because the guy who does the stream, who's part of my squadron, he does it every Thursday, but I'm not going to be able to join on Thursday, I don't think. Tomorrow, isn't it? As I said, Chum's sick and there's all sorts of things going on. So probably won't be able to help out because they're doing a bit of colonisation. I could do a stream about their stream doing colonisation. That would be pretty exciting. But they tend to do it at the daytime and I'm in a shared office, so there's no way I could do that because other people are trying to work. And those other people would get really annoyed with me, and I got annoyed for today I was going mad. You're at G1458. It's crazy. I got annoyed. I was just muttering to myself because today was so stressful. I tell you, I was actually going. I was making noises like that in the office. I just got told off. I got a real ticking off for that because it's temporary insanity. It's part of work. It's part of shift work. I've livened up now. I'm back. I'm all right. I'm all right now. But it's just like when work gets so condensed and stressful, and yeah. Oh, you're the squad leader, Daddy. I remember. Oh, Daddy, because you told me, had me to discharge. Yes. What are you? Yeah. So you're on. Is it G1458? Is that where it is? Where's that at? I have to find that. I have to write it down. And then I was going to add some, take a load of stuff over to one of your stations and then mysteriously add it on. But I could have done it as a colonisation thing and video, but I think I've done enough colonisation videos now. I think I've lost the will. I should know who my squad leader is. I should be saluting. I'm saluting you now. I should have put the camera on for the saluting. Yeah, how are things going with your colony anyway? Daddy. It's a good name because you're the daddy. And I don't know if there's a British film called Scum. I don't know if it's available on YouTube, but there are some disturbing. Bear in mind, there's some disturbing scenes. It's not for kids, so I don't have any kids watch it. No kids should watch that film. But there's a scene where he says, "I'm the daddy." He says, "I'm the fecking daddy," and it's kind of funny and shocking as well. It's about a kid's prison borstal from the olden 70s or 80s or something. And it's a shocking film, and there's some horrific bits, there really is. It's not a friendly film at all, but there are bits that as a youth I found funny, but they're probably not actually funny at all now, I come to think of it. Actually, it's not even a fun film probably at all, but there's bits of it which are just kind of crazy. You know, it's kind of, well, look at this slot down here. You can see it. This is the best bit. You get to look through this little slot. Now, people say that slot's rubbish, but I like it. How many Coriolises have you got to go then? Have you got quite a few of those on the go? Any T3s? It's good that there's a crew doing it because the T3s will be a lot easier. Because, yeah, doing it solo isn't recommended at all. Definitely. Yeah, let's have a look for some more bacterium. This is what it's all about. I can't remember. Was I on the left or the right? Because I normally land next to some mountains and then fly into the mountains to find it out. 1 T3 and 5 T2s. Oh well, I'm not going to miss out, am I? There's plenty. The thing is with this colonisation, there's always more that comes out, isn't there? So it never ends effectively. It's like I got 3 colonies, but 2 of them are really big. 1 of them's complete. It takes a long time. Solo is not recommended. But group, it's going to be fun, you know. But even then, you're gonna need a little teeny bit of a break every now and then, just to make sure. Look at that, beautiful. Another bacterium. Synthetic humanoid. Good luck. Oof, I've missed something completely there. What's going on? Yeah. Spreadsheets, yeah. Let's have a look. So let's see if we can get in the mountains. Probably that's probably the way to go, isn't it? I'm sure they were to the left, dude. Where's my mountains? This is the good thing about Elite. You can oh look, they're really close. They're really close there. You can just jump to a different domain with a fast ship and live the dream. We're looking for some little dark things, I think. No, not them ones. Not them ones. I think I've already destroyed my own intentions here. Those mountains look a lot bigger over there. Let's try them and try a bit of tea. I've ruined my teapot by using mint, so that's just going to have destroyed the tea for a number of times, a number of shifts. Ah. It's not time for proper tea. You want to be able to sleep at night. We're going a bit fast here. 200 is way too fast to spot anything meaningful. I'm surprised it's generating, to be honest. Da-da-da-da. Oh, he's back on Friday. Oh, that's quite lucky. I'll be around on Friday. Hopefully, I can do a double stream. You know, I can do a stream of a stream on stream. It's got to be. The new ship will be out soon. What day is that? Is it 21st or 23rd or something? I'm still not sure if it's worth buying, but well, I'm pretty sure it's not worth buying, but I'm not sure whether I should do it because then that'll mean I've got to do a video on it. But I do fancy doing a video on it. So, but whether it'll be any good, the video, I don't know, or whether the ship will be any good. Ah, that's why I've not seen me on the streams, although sometimes I like to have the streams on in the background while working, so I'm not paying 100% attention, but I've not had a lot of the last few weeks it's been pretty busy, had to concentrate, so either Mozart or nothing I think a lot of the time. Or politics, that's another one that will sedate you a little bit, a bit of politics. I hear that, yeah, I will once I get around to it. I said after this I'm going to come around. I'll help you out after this. After this, there's always something else, isn't there? That's it. I've noticed you've changed the name of your mega fleet carrier to something like Agincourt, which is a good name. A good name. I think it was Welsh archers. Agincourt, wasn't it? There's a lot of Welsh archers there, so it's a Welsh victory as well as an English victory. It's a British victory, but which is the way I like it. I like a British victory. But you know, a French victory would have been good. You know, if like France had been winning, I'd probably have gone, you know what, I'm going to start supporting France now. Back in those days, it wasn't much difference, is it? Really, it's all the same. Ooh. I think I'm in the wrong domain. What I'm going to do, I'm going to Foxtrot Oscar and get to the next planet. Because I think my plan didn't quite... Oh, actually, we've got... Oh, bacterium, I'm only 2 of 3. Oh, Christ on a bike. This is what... this is why you need to get your rest and sleep at night. The thing is, you can't get up to much mischief when you're doing colonisation. It's just space trucking, isn't it? And I don't have shields, but I've not blown it up yet. Oh, actually, no, I lie. I boosted with the Panther Mark II. I boosted at my carrier, and I smashed it head on and blew up. That's the only one time though, only once. But shieldless otherwise is very good, and that was ridiculous. Oh look, that's what I was looking for. That little bugger. But now I need to find the last bacterium before I... That's the... There it is again. It's everywhere. It's haunting me. Because it knows I'm not going to... Oh, there we go. There we go. This is it. The most together stream you will ever see. I mean, George does make mistakes as well, in fairness, so it's not just me. But his mistakes are better than mine, though. Come on, get in. It's good when you make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. No, you seem like a nice crew. Oh, what? No, it's just that I've not let it do the... So I did scan the third one. I thought I had, you see? Yeah. But then I doubted myself. Ah! Right, let's go and get that little nasty spherical thing that looks like that thing the Queen of England, or the King of England now holds when they get coronated. Or when they're meeting Trump. Hopefully Trump hasn't borrowed it or asked for it. Because then I suppose we've got to give it to him, haven't we? If Trump says, can I have that little ball with the cross on it, please? You know, King Charles would have to give it to him. In the old... the unique second coming of Trump to see the King. Trump, the future King of the US. He wishes. Isn't it the way? Just when you think, I'll just pop down next door, just drop here, and then I'll go and get those little baldy things in a minute, and the baldy things disappear. It could be that I'm going way too fast. Okay, let's see. We're at 60 knots now, or meters per second. We don't do knots. Unfortunately, that's the unit we use now. But oh, there it is. There's the balls. I've got the balls. Balls on target. That's something you could say on a stag do, probably. Right. How are we going to land this thing? Sometimes it's the wings, isn't it, that get in the way. I really want to land next to it, but I also want to land sometime today. So we're going to plop it down here. Look through the little window. Unsuitable terrain. Yeah, not asking for docking permission and going through the slot and then reversing back. That's one of the things I do quite a few times, a number of times. I've spent, it must have been, it's over 100 hours at least doing it, so I've done those things all the time. I don't think I've blown up a full load of goods yet, because that was an empty one that I blew up on my carrier because it was on the return leg. So I've not blown up any goods yet. Concha libiata. This is a good one. Right, board it and drink some tea as well before it goes cold. I like this. I'm impressed with this eyeball tracking, face tracking. It cost me €8 and it works. There's probably better tracking options. I don't know anything else, but for me it does what I want it to do, and it didn't cost me a lot of money. And it means I don't have to show my face on streams. I know George loves showing his face on the streams. But he's got a tidy desk, so... Well, tidier than mine. Which is pretty cool. Always good to have a tidy desk. It's part of the safety. It's part of health and safety to have a tidy desk. Need some of these little balls. Need some more balls. And that was another one I got told off for just going I even got told off for that today for going But I think we were both stressed. I was much more stressed for a change in the office. Normally it's, I'm less stressed. As once you've got through the morning, it's normally alright, but it was all day pretty much. Normally there's a period where you can relax, but it didn't happen today. Oh, dums, poor baby. Yeah, I like VR, but it doesn't work when I try it on OBS. It goes all jittery. And this isn't as jittery. It doesn't seem to be jittery. It seems to be a lot smoother when I've watched it. But like, I've done some view from a bridge ones, which are just me in a ship talking nonsense while looking around it to show you the ship interiors that are already in the game. But it's jittery when it records. Unlike when it records on games like Flight Simulator 2020 works okay, I think. Although it does it in goggle mode. There's something weird about the way I do that. And the other flight sim that I've not used in a long time and probably forgot how to use. The complicated one that everyone brags about as if they're pilots. And I was impressed. I got to take off and land in it, so I'm like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, these balls, they just keep disappearing, don't they? Maybe they're too small and we're going too fast. My graphics card is a 3070, so it might not be able to keep up with the speed. That's where it tends to struggle on the planets, and hopefully we don't have a crash. Yeah, I work from home as well, but the problem is my gaming PC is my work. It's not the work PC, but they're both plugged into the same monitors, so I could plug it in a separate room, but we don't have the setup next door, and then I'd have to use an inferior screen for work. I mean, it's my own screen, it's not like one of the screens is from work. But you really need a decent set of screens. I tried setting up a second screen for the missus for her work, but she said it makes her vomit. She said two screens is not the way. I said, are you sure? You're dealing with multiple files, you'd be better with two screens? No. Infinite lifetime limpets? What the hell? That is crazy. I've not learned any more about it. Oh, he's online. It's Commander G1458. There you are. See? I've added as a chum, see. Sometimes I wonder about accepting friend requests, and is it going to be a ganker? Are they going to get me? And then there's that element of danger, isn't there? Of, you know, got to watch your six all the time when you're out there. Yeah, I think this biome is a bit of a nightmare. We're only at 150 metre colony distances as well, so we should be pretty good for this. This one isn't one of the troublesome ones as well. Normally it rocks up. I think it's as strange as behind me now. I like this cockpit as well of the Mandalay, which is obviously the Mamba cockpit. And I was struggling to get the Mamba to work as a combat vessel. But then they released the Mandalay, so there's no reason to worry about the Mamba anymore, because I had the cockpit that's nice, and there's a reason to fly in it. I've been promoted. Yay! Helmsman, Agincourt Helmsman. Thank you very much. Oh, that's awesome, isn't it? I wish I could have a promotion at work, because it means more money. It'll come in time, It's all about the Benjamins, it's not. Oh, there it is. Look, straight out of nowhere. They are here. Look at this. Let's try and do some scans. We don't need to wonder if this is 150 meters away. And then we're down to the last one, so we should be able to get this one quite easily. I'll pour out some more tea, which is the British way, British tea for British people. Not Yorkshire tea though, which is a scam. It's not made in Yorkshire. That's what Yorkshire people will do though. Wow. I don't know what they're going to do with this T11 though. Is it... Oh, is that 100 meters? Are we there yet? Current distance, nearly. think we're gonna get out. Unlimited limpets. It's not really a big draw though. I think if it, how many limpets does it do though? That's the main question, because does it do like because it's a class 5 unit, so does it do like, because it's 4 limpets on a class 3, 8 on a class 7, so what's it going to be, 6? Yeah, the limpet controller and that, especially the old minigun laser, that's why I want to buy it, and then I'll do some kind of video saying, yeah, buy it everyone. It's the best laser miner in the game. The problem is that I don't think it will be the best laser miner in the game. The other problem is, will I get enough time, will I have the data to understand if it is the best or worst laser miner in the game? Maybe I should just do a stream and just talk nonsense as I'm doing it. Right, where are we going next? We're going down to the next one along. I should go down the list, C. So we've got C, just show you these. We've got biological 3 there with CO2, that's going to be potential stratum. That one was carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide with biologicals, carbon dioxide with biologicals. And again, so all these ones going right up to F. So we'll go for C. Every time we scan them, we get some money. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with prospector limpets. Well, yeah, with limpets dying, like the prospectors, you spam them out. When the prospectors, if they can make, actually, the only prospectors I have a problem with are like the T11, where it smashes the prospectors against the side of the vessel. And there's another one that does that. I think I did it recently in the Python, weirdly enough, but I must have been going a high speed for that. I was trying to do some core mining, which I'm not very good at. Just to cover the potential to do that when they release the new ship. But I hope it's aimed at laser mining, because that's easier and more reliable to figure out how good it is. Yeah, it's just capturing me drinking, it's going up and down. Let's see, so we got number C, how many of us we got? We got D, F, G, E. The speed. Yep. This is a 2 probe, so we want to make sure we get 2 probes this time. See, I've already forgotten which one it is. A, B, C, D, E, F. Maybe I should write it down. Write down F. F. There we go, I'll understand what that means when it comes to it. I could write them all down and tick them off. Oh, we're here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Mange 2, Rodney. Right, what have we got? Stratum and bacterium, tussocks. Oh, that's much nicer. Tussocks, we can do that. They're all in the same place, so we're not going to be messing about on this one. We can go anywhere we want, pretty much. Oh, hello. It's wanting to orbit. Not that kind of orbiting for people with who are thinking random things. I'm assuming it's something wrong that Donald Trump does. There we go. It's funny because they protested against the Donald Trump visit by projecting his face and the face of that. Actually, it's not funny really, but it's the face of Epstein on the side of a castle, which is serious stuff, you know. And the quotes from Donald Trump praising Epstein. So, yeah, it's, and Prince Andrew as well, because he's known. He was in the same circle, wasn't he? And there's that whole lawsuit, isn't there, that they settled on for a few million. But now she's got a gagging order, so there's a whole lot of questions there. Yes, look at this. We got it. We've got some nice bacterials, and we've got some stratum tectonicus. Got to be. Landing gears down. Oh, hang on. You can land right on top of it with this little peepee window down here. Look at that. Beautiful. Is that what you said? Oh, prismatic on the Explorer. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be done. It was a 3A prismatic. This is a 4A standard. It's because it'll survive, I think it's 200 or 300 meters per second into a rock. Because I did blow myself up at 200 and odd, I think. It's in the video somewhere, I think. Stratum executionist. Oh, it's not quite tectonicus, so it's not quite the dream. Yeah, no, but you get 80 light years range on it, and I've tried the smallest shields that I could happily get away with boosting into a rock, and these are it. So it depends on how good you are at not crashing, and yeah, I crash quite a lot, so I think you need to have a safe build for yourself, and we're all unique. Also, the other thing is as well, a lot of the videos, beginners are watching them as well. So the other thing, if I can crash and blow myself up, beginners can too. So, but nobody's ever left a message to say, "Oh, I built this build and I blew myself up straight away." They're probably too embarrassed. This is your fault, YouTuber, with your lies. Yeah, the power draw. Yeah, it's not a big deal. You look at it's minute numbers when you're looking at downsizing the power supply, but it's fine. When you have overcharged, all your sins are forgiven. It's such a cold ship. There's no problem with it. Yeah. Oh, we can do bacterium and the other one. Where's it gone? Come on. Oh, we've got one there. We've got something there. 2. But we also want... I've got like loads of pips in Eng for some reason. I must have been boosting at some point. Let's try this one and see if this one's any good. No, I get that a lot. The if your shield's too big, it's pretty standard. But there's a reason behind it. I would have lost. Well, actually, I wouldn't have lost my data this run because I've not made any mistakes. Yeah, but the problem is I've tried the smaller shields, but they're just not enough for me. Because I like to boost at speed, and we're assuming that 200 and odd meters per second is the max that I'll do, and you can boost to 500 and odd, can't it? So I don't think I'd ever do that. Boost into a rock at 500. But at least I know I'm going to survive with this build. And that's the main thing. I think if you're doing a long range explorer, it's about survivability. I did when I did my first proper trip to Colonia and Sagae, I had something like a 3D on a, it must have been the Phantom, that was it, the Crate Phantom. It wasn't, I had an Aspects as well, but I decided to take the Phantom. And I had one high G planet landing, and the shields came down. It's like, it wasn't even that hard a landing really, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just put bigger shields on. And forevermore, I've pretty much A-rated the shields on most of the exploration ships. Some of them, like if it's a bubble burst, I'll do D-rated in the minimum, like a 5D on the Anaconda, because I don't do a lot of planetary landings and I'm a lot safer. Whereas with Exobiology, I'm all over the place. It's like speed, isn't it? It's like look at this. It's like slam it down. That's not a problem, but it would be if I was boosting into a rock. Yeah, but you've got to do what works for you and try it. And if it fails, then it fails. It's all part of the experience. But I try and make my builds uncompromising, so I try and make them that work for me. and hopefully work for other people as well, but you can always modify them if not, and do your own take on things. Depends on what you want. That's the good thing about Elite. So I did like in GTA I did lots of car customization videos, and you can customize cars, but it's not the same level of customization you can do in Elite, where you've got the spaceship and you're making massive changes to the performance and what it's capable of doing based on what you put on it. And that's what I always liked about it, about the original as well, how you can make a combat ship or you can make a mining ship. It's entirely up to you how you set it up. Oh, are you off now? Yeah, I will do. Yeah, are you on Discord? Have I got your Discord? Oh, you're Daddy G on Discord, aren't you, as a person? If I search Daddy G88, that's what I need to do. I mean, I might not always talk on Discord because of the office environment, but it might be handy so I can know what you're up to. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, have a most excellent day. This is a good one. Yeah, put it on my to-do list. Tussock. And that's another success story. We can go and get the bacteria, or we can Foxtrot Oster. Oh, actually, there's some bacteria next door. We can do that. But it seems I've boarded the ship. Let's do it. Why not? Yeah, we can talk about some more politics. No, we can't. We can get frustrated. Oh, Blackadder. It had to be coming. They're the most exciting part of the stream. This is it. Oh, lovely. Right. Okay, let's try again. Oh, Joe Frazee. The curries. One of the finest curries in existence. Wow. How did it go down instead of up? That's amazing. Oh no. Even better, I'm on foot. I think I've dismissed my ship into the ground. Impressive. Well, I got out of the ship anyway. How do we recall it? There it is, it's in here somewhere. Apex shuttle. Dismiss. Oh, the ship is still around somewhere. Dude, where's my ship? Oh, it's only 1,000 meters that way. I'll just walk to it, shall I? Oh, yeah. Right, let's dismiss the ship. And we will see if we can walk to it. Where's that? There it is. Okay, we'll try the bacterium. Seeing as we've got nothing better to do, we'll walk between samples, why not? Only 500 meters after this. Oh, connection error. Referee. Oh, it's not having a good time. It struggled a bit to load, but that was the other day, I think. There was a bit of a pause. Can't connect to Frontier servers. They're on to me. I wasn't saying it. I wasn't doing any kind of constructive criticism there. We've not even talked about ships for arcs. Oh dear. Oh, we're back, apparently, allegedly. Okay, I threatened to talk about the arcs thing, isn't it? Yeah. We're all getting evacuated from the game for some reason. They don't like us. Well, it's what, if you like read Reddit, it's what it's what's going to happen. It's inevitable eventually. We'll just be playing like this one day, and then according to people in Reddit, it'll just be switched off, and then that's it. we'll just look at our spreadsheets with a tear in our eyes, and I don't know what we'll do. We'll just have to spend the rest of our lives making models of the ships out of Elite Dangerous on 3D printers and baking cakes or something. That might be how today's going to go from the looks of it. Oh, it's a mauve adder. It's not going to make a difference, but maybe I'll try again. It says it's there. Let's try solo. Oh dear. We've done 50 minutes though. That was pretty good. We didn't even do any scanning because I didn't start off with the actual initial planetary scanning, the DSS scan. Oh, it's thinking about it. I've got my backpack on. I'm in, possibly. Right. Oh, what? My ship's there again. Yeah, so I dismissed it, but it obviously didn't dismiss or save or anything. But at least it's not gone in the ground. Oh. How can it go down? Go through the centre of the planet. It's the quickest way. Everyone knows that. It's probably going to Australia. Right, we've got some bacterium. That is the one that nobody ever gets. And that I've been getting into my bacterium recently rather than... Because what I've been doing, in the habit of doing, is just going after the stratum tectonicus a lot. But I've been doing just purely just normal kind of business. Normal exploration in a more organic way, and I enjoy it a bit more because it's not focused on money and you're not thinking, oh, I'm not earning enough money, which I wasn't thinking anyway, but sometimes it can get a bit obsessive. Like, how many million per hour can you make, and just so that I could come up with a number. Right, let's try again. See if we can nail this sucker, and then we'll be able to get off this planet and go for planet D or whatever we're up to. Get off. Get off. Nope. And we can finish the... We've not finished the tea yet. We've still got a small bit of the pot of tea left, which is pretty exciting. Is it as exciting as pottery though? That's what I ask you. Probably not. If I was ever to do pottery, I'd definitely do a live stream of that. I wouldn't, but maybe I should. It's a game, isn't it? Pottery, so maybe I should do live streams of other things, like litter picking. I started another hobby of litter picking, walking around picking litter. It's a bit of a weird hobby actually. You find some, not weird things, just standard stuff, but in weird places. It's not a great hobby though. It's not fun, because you pick up litter on your route and then the next day it's back again the very next day. So it's like a pointless hobby. Right, it seems to be working now. I nearly didn't say that because I thought, oh, as soon as you say that it's going to crash. But it's like if you're at the football and they're winning 1-0 or 2-0 or something, I like to say to my friends, we're definitely going to win now. This is just too easy or something, because they then might think, oh, you've jinxed it now, we're going to lose definitely, or it'll be a draw. And I do it when I'm playing pool as well, but that kind of winds people up there by saying, I pretend that I go for a shot that's really lucky, and then when I pot it I go, yeah, I meant to do it, and then I laugh and pretend that I meant to do it and get all cocky, because it makes no difference to your game whether you win or not. You know, if you celebrate and you're cocky, it makes no difference. But I did that to a flatmate once, and he got really angry, and he had to take some air. He had to go for a peedy bit of a walk. But I don't know. Maybe these games get taken too seriously. Probably like PvP. In some games, I'm not sure if Elite Dangerous is that way. I've not done enough of PvP, but some games people get obsessed with it. I know there's a lot of people who talk the talk about PvP on the Reddits. I find it funny how you can, you know, slag off people for not, or imply they're not very good at PvP, and it's just like a game, you know. It doesn't matter. It's rubbish losing. Nobody likes losing. But it's fine as well. It's not the end of the world. Right, is this a 2-shot job? Quite possibly. We're up to D. It's alright, we've not got far to go now. This one's definitely going to be Tectonicus, because the last one wasn't. It was Executioner. Well, that's a T gone. We're screwed now. Right, so we're on 2 more to go after this one. Hopefully it's got some good stuff. Oh, look at that. Bacterium tubus tussock. That means the rule says you need to give up on it. And because we have limited time to be finding stuff, so I want to do some scans. We've got our scan in though. That's going to go towards a community goal where we get the scanner that I currently have. Oh, the other thing I was going to say was ship choice as well, because I really wanted to choose a different ship for the stream, but I was already out. I went out in the Viper 5. Not Viper 5, Cobra 5. Viper 5 doesn't exist yet, unfortunately. But one day it will, surely. But I went out in the Cobra 5, and I got into this to go and cash my bonds in. And I came back. I did some not laser mining, some core mining. Then I got in this and thought I'm just going to go out and do it. But they're all SEO optimized ships, and what I was going to do is not a video, but I was meant to go out and do some exploration in the Viper 3, because it's such an amazing ship to fly. And I used to use the Viper 4 all the time, but now I've gone towards the Cobra or the Mandalay, which is depressing, to keep using the same ship. But what I found with the Viper is because it's an old ship and doesn't have the SCO stuff, and I couldn't fit an extra fuel tank on, which I wanted to with the build, but I want it to be a long distance kind of build, as much as you can with that ship. And I ran out of fuel. I didn't run out of fuel, I was alright half a fuel tank full, dealing with a similar system to this, you know, like 5 or 6 planetary bodies that you want to scan. Oh, hello, what have we got in the surface scan? Nothing. What's going on, dude? 6G, that's why. Why am I getting served up G? I can't read. Where's the other body? We also want, whoa, 18 F. Maybe that's it. F already? What the? We're picking the wrong ones. No, that is F. No, F's behind it, dude. Ah, that's why. Oh, they all look the same to me, these planets. It's hiding. Right, we'll send 2 probes out. That confused the hell out of me. What the hell's going on? Okay, what I should look at here is my scanner to see what I've been scanning. So we've gone for E, C, D, F. Oh dear. Right, tussock and bacterium, no thanks. Let's get out of that. Let's go on to the next body and forget about it. Let's go on to the next one. There's another one that we need to do. So what I'm doing as well, when I'm doing my route settings, because we're 2700 out, just do economical routes, because you'll get more planets to scan and you get all the stuff in between. Come on. So there we go. Economical routes is the way forward for exploring, unless you're trying to get to the centre of the universe. Otherwise, this will do it if you just want to get scanning. Yeah, I'm kind of working for the CG. I've done my CG bits already. I'm in the top 25%, so that's where I'll probably end. It's only 4 days to go on the CG, but I'm just doing this for a bit of extra payment at the CG, and I'll go back in a few days. But yeah, it's kind of for the CG, but I'm also mainly trying to do exobiology as part of it. and the CG is a byproduct. And I'm trying to get hold of some ELWs, that's what I want. I think I've only discovered one and about 3 water worlds on this trip that I've been doing, which has got me to 2,700 light years. Oh, 3 bodies, that's no good. It's quite good when you can get far enough away where you get regular systems that are going to be empty, devoid of any previous explorer. Like 1,000 light years good, but it doesn't have as many as certain other parts, but it depends on how lucky you get, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. What I need to do with Exobiology is probably get out of the phase of just doing Stratum Tectonicus, because I was like listing them originally when it first came out. I was trying to find all of them, and I can't remember if I did or not. Just do it for the sake of it. Like the ice planets are planets that I miss out on quite a lot, because they often don't have the valuable stuff. Well, they don't have the valuable stuff on, do they? Actually, I don't know the high value stuff. There's not just Tectonicus, there's other bits and pieces. Oh, look at that. We can do that. We're going to search for some planets. So you got icy bodies. The other thing people do, what I've noticed, is they'll scan the high HMCs, and then they'll not scan the icy bodies. And I'm using a joystick, so this is annoying. This is kind of annoying. I used to do it on mouse, but now I'm on joystick. It's on the joystick, which is a bit annoying. I don't know why they don't allow you to use the mouse, which there probably is a way of doing it, but you can also set up macros for your mouse as well, but I've not done that. These are things that I've never bothered to learn, though. Hello? What's in that? I like it as well how you sometimes see the little circles of light appear, so it helps you even without the arrows. I should have noted down which one was the HMC as well, because I think we'll only scan the HMC, or we won't even scan it at all. I'll have a look, see what there is. Hey, there we go. There's another icy planet. Another icy planet. Ice bodies. Right. We're missing one, is it? Yes, just one to go. Yeah, it's good when I like exobiology because they're so scenic, the planets, and they're pretty basic, but they're realistic enough. It looks as near to what I imagine the real thing would look like as they're going to be. I'm sure in the future there'll be games that make this look rubbish, but until we get to the future, here we are. Oh, hang on, before I jump, let's have a look at it. Schoolboy error, because you want to see if there's any landables, which there isn't any because the computer didn't tell me. There's your HMC. I would scan that one, and then that'll be it, wouldn't it, if you was doing it for the CG, but not the icy bodies because they don't count. I should have set my FSD going. FSD. It sounds like a boy band. An Irish boy band. I mean, the first word would be feck, wouldn't it? And SD, actually, I can only think of rude things, so I'm not going to say that. Might be kids watching. And the cat's in the background. She's only 10 years old, so she's much too young for that language. She's just hanging out on a really comfortable. She's got about she's got 3 comfortable beds. And she's lay on a folder. She's lay on an A4 folder because she finds that really comfortable. It's like, oh, this A4 folder's amazing. Let's see. 2 bodies, that's no good, is it? That's no good. I don't think I've found any cool things like black holes. Have you seen anything good, Danny, out there? Anything amazing? Like any black holes, any planet, any stellar phenomenon or anything like that that's new. I went out of my way to find known stellar phenomenon, but I don't think I've found any. But my journey was literally, I think, to the to Colonia and then to the Great Destroyer, whatever it's called, and Sagae, and a few stellar phenomenon places. Fuel scooping complete, that's what I like to hear. Oh, we're not having a bit. We're going through a bit of a desert, a planetary desert at the moment. It's not my favourite kind of desert. I do like. There's a nice desert in Namibia, where you have a pyramid 69, I think it's called, or something. It's got a pyramid number. That's nice. Yeah, you're further out than me then. But there's some amazing planets though. Like the scenics are so good. I've not found a ringed ELW yet. There was somebody on Reddit said I've got a ringed ELW, and it's like, yes. I've seen a ringed water world, but somebody else had discovered it first, so it was disappointing that it wasn't my name that was going to go on it. So I nearly found a ringed water world, and I can't remember my first exploration because I didn't log it so well and didn't take a lot of screenshots because I didn't know the button for screenshot. It was, I think the button was print screen. I didn't know it was F10 by default, which is quite handy to know. Yeah, my spaceship's called the Excellent Adventure. For those who remember, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And I've still not seen the third one of them. I've seen the first and the second, because I was watching it again with my partner, but she said, no more, I can't take it anymore. Please, can we watch something else now? So we've not watched the third one. So, and it's the same, they've got a brand new, and I don't know if this is a good film, what is it? Happy Gilmore 2 they've got. And I want to watch that, but I want to watch it with the missus, but will she cope with Happy Gilmore 1? But I don't want to watch it by myself, because Adam Sandler films are terrible and brilliant, but I think the Happy Gilmore is more of the brilliant ones. But it's funny because like there's a comedian saying how bad his films are, but they're actually enjoyable, and I think he is a good actor. Funny enough, in a weird way, for being Adam
Body
Sandler.
B4. Landable with atmosphere. Body B3. Landable with atmosphere.
He's talking. Amazing. These must be good ones. But saying Adam Sandler's a good actor, you know, that's more. Well, I never had any credibility anyway, so it's fine. With Adam Sandler films. But there was one called. There was something about the shoe.
Body
A
B6.
shoe fix or
Landable
something.
and terraformable.
And it was known as being the
Landable
worst
with
film
atmosphere.
ever, but I really enjoyed it. 'Cause it was just out there, really out there. Crazy, but funny. He seems like a nice guy, so why not?
Body B2.
His sense of humour.
Landable
Yeah.
with atmosphere.
Childish, yeah, but you've got to be childish from time to time. Metal-rich bodies, that's what we like, and landable as well. We've got millions of planets here. Well, billions of planets in the solar system, aren't there? Billions, trillions.
Body A3. Landable with atmosphere.
Oh, it's a big 10 to the number, isn't it? 10 to the power of something number. How many planets there are? Who knows? Nobody knows. A lot. Yeah, is there life out there? Is there alien life out there? Probably. And if it's watching us, we are probably a soap opera, and we're probably an Adam Sandler comedy, in a way. Actually, some elements aren't so funny, but
Body A4.
some things are.
Landable with atmosphere.
Hey, we've done it. Right, so let's see what we've got. There's some good ones. HMC's there, but these are the ones that are interesting. So we've got sulfur dioxide. That's one that could have stratum on. That's going to be the same. Sulfur dioxide. Oh, but is it nothing on it? No So we got that one. We've got nothing on that one as well. Oh, come on. No, that's not a landable. So A3 is the one at the moment. Let's see what we've got. Sulfur dioxide. B2 is that? Yeah. Should write these down somewhere. B2. A3, B2. What was that one then? Did I miss one? Oh, hello. A3, B2, and 3. And not 4, because that's got nothing on it. Carbon dioxide again on 6. I love it. It's good. This reminds me of doing like astrobiology. I never did astrobiology. What? Stop lying to them. The voices in the head. Astronomy. It was never like this. It was good. But I didn't do it. I didn't follow that route because it felt like they were making it up. Some of the theory, it felt like they were just making it up based on what they thought the world was like and what, it's... I don't know. But they know maths better than me, so they're probably right. Oh yeah, I've got Elite Observatory Core, but I've probably not got the right plugin for it. Yeah. Always missed that one. Did you see that? Oh, you're doing a bird survey. Nice. That's sad when they disappear. We've got I'd like to feed the birds, but we've got a cat, so can't. She's not a killer though, but she is a killer if they're stupid enough to get on the bird feeder. She does a jumping claw attack. She used to get them out of bushes, but they're all wise to her now, so she doesn't kill. Most of the time. She had one this year. None last year. She's a bugger. Cats are not great. Should keep her indoors really, but the problem is, I think we should have a catio. That would honestly be the best solution. A catio. Because all she does, she goes outside and she just has a sniff. But it's more for protecting it. She's not very good at catching wildlife, but she's quite good at nearly getting stuck up the trees.
Surface scan complete.
Bacterium. Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it? Right, we're on to B2, isn't it now? Hey, where's B2 gone? B2, 11,000. Another reason, so that's bacterium. So you might say never go to ones that only have one signal, but it's 50-50. It probably isn't 50-50, but to me it's either bacterium or stratum tectonicus. So to me it's 50-50. I know it's not, but it feels that way. I've just had a bit of a bad stroke of luck recently. It's probably maybe it's 1090 or something like that. But it's worthwhile enough for me to go and have a look at. Yeah, the hot summer. It's weird. It's been a weird summer for us in the UK. It's not been hot. There has been hot days, but it's been a long summer. It's been a proper summer. It's been an odd one. We've not had, like, there was one time where we had record temperatures, and I think it was 40 degrees Celsius in Coningsby or something. But it was either on that day or it was the day before. And we had, I think, 36 degrees in Wales is pretty high, and I think there was some kind of Welsh record or near record. I should know these things. When we were at the Antiques Roadshow, and I had this violin, and it's been handed down from, it's hundreds of years old, and it's from grandparents and things. My mum always said, "Oh yeah, it's worth money, that is," and it turns out it's just a fake of a violin that's worth millions. So. Funny enough, it's not a violin that's worth millions, but there's always that talk. There's always talks in family of, oh, we used to own a mansion back in the day. So it's like, woof. Into the autumn now, though. It's cold. It feels cold. It isn't cold, but it feels cold. We had a lot of rain today. A lot of rain and low cloud, and temperatures were not up to much. Rubbish visibility. It's not been great. Lots of low cloud. Exactly not what you want. Murky, muggy. Not muggy, that's the wrong word. That's the summer word. Minging is the word for days like today. We've just had a waving front over the top of the UK. The Scotch have probably been okay. I don't even know what's been happening in Scotland. There will probably be showers. They always are. That's what the Scotch love. But it did clear, kind of. but it's still a warm air mass in the clearance behind it. So generally, if you get a warm front clearing, you've got to, you know, when the warm front clears, you get the warm sector. Sorry, I'm talking. What am I talking about? So, but the cold front, when that clears, you get colder air, but not. It's a sign that the air behind it is colder than the air ahead of it, but that's doesn't always mean it's going to be. Normally, the classic is the Norwegian front, is that you get cold, crisp air that with good sunny spells, beautiful weather, perhaps a few showers if it's unstable enough. But this is not that kind of cold front. It's just more kind of Ming, more Ming. That's the technical term. Rubbish. But yeah, it's.
Surface scanned by 50.
It's one of them. I suspect it's going to be one of them.
Complete.
When them autumns where you get the anticyclone isn't helping you out, and you're getting depressions rolling off the Atlantic. One. What is it? It's bacterium. I'm not going to prove my point right, am I? It's going to be bacterium every time. What was that? It was B2. It was B3 and B6. We've got to have one that's worth going down for. But at least we've got our scan for the CGs. Nice. I like it. I've not had the bacteria which are hard to find recently. That's one of the things that I've missed out on. You know, the one that looks exactly the same colour. It all depends on what planet you're on, what species it is. I've not had the one that is difficult and you're frustrated and you give up completely yet for quite a while. But maybe my graphics settings are better. Maybe my eyeballs aren't better. I think I need an eye test. Because I don't know if it's tiredness or what, but it's like sometimes it's just like, oh, these eyes aren't working. That's not good, is it? That's a LCD monitor. It's a monitors. Oh, the one that is it on an ice planet? The bacterium, but worth megabucks, is it? I had it on my spreadsheet. I probably wrote it down somewhere. I will have written it down. So I think I wrote down all of the ones that are valuable at one point. But then I gave up because it was in the pursuit of Tectonicus because it was so easy, at least to find what you're looking for, compared to bacteriums and random ones that you're not sure which is which. You know, if you're not a mega expert on each one. And I don't pay attention half the time. It's like I just scan what I like scanning, and it's not necessarily I've got the knowledge on the niche stuff at all. Probably not even niche, is it, when it's high value, because you should know all the high values really to be a good elite expobiologist, which apparently I am. Elite 1 Explorer, look, it's going up. I might get Elite 1 Explorer at the end of this one.
50%.
What's it going to be? They're all going to be bacterium now. I think it's jinxed by when the first one comes out as bacterium, it's kind of like the dice is rolled, but it doesn't always turn out that way, that they're all bacterium afterwards. So I think it is worth it. But sometimes you're going to get frustrated, and you just go through phases where just rubbish plants and you're not getting down on the planetary surface. No, I never pass on a Tectonicus. Or a potential one. Never pass on any stratum, I just get them all. Like Pokemon, because you're already down there, aren't you, so you may as well. As you've seen, I've got some bacteria, but I'm a bit into it now. I went through it, like with colonisation, I went through a phase of doing a lot of exobiology, because I did a video on it. And it was all to make sure it was all there. Even then, the video was mainly just talking about how you kind of do it, rather than necessarily which are the best plants. It was pointing out resources and how to do it for beginners. I don't think I listed every single expensive one that's worth finding and what they look like, which I could have done, but it was long enough anyway, and I thought half the people are just going to go Tectonicus mad anyway, which is the right way to do it. You know, be driven by Tectonicus and work that way, and by the time you've earned a few billion, enough for a carrier, you know, you might be bored and want to look for other stuff. There we go, bacterium. Oh, what the freak. Yeah, okay. B6, well that's it, isn't it? That's the dream. We're going to abandon the dream, unfortunately. I think that was it. That was it. Yes, that is the end of the journey there. Let's go to another star system. Yeah, so I'm using the wrong plugin. I need to use a different plugin to get the talking bit. But yeah, it's probably more useful for the crazy. And like you say, if you know, if it tells you the expensive stuff, that's going to be really handy, because I don't know, you know, some of the expensive stuff that I should know. So it would be useful for that. But I've got the Explorer, the Core Explorer, the Botanist. It doesn't say from the planets though which one you're going to get, but it's not going to tell you, is it, from that? It's going to tell you maybe potential, isn't it? Yeah, I only put on the talking bit as a novelty just to see what it was like, and I sped up the voice to make it more funny, really, so it could spit it out. It's quite handy when it says nested moons, you know, for the CG, because then it tells you when there's two close together that you can scan, and easy scans, isn't it, for that, from that perspective. Because half the time I never paid attention to nested moons before. 10 bodies, are they any good? I'll just do a quick boost, biscuit boost. Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, right, some stuff. There is some stuff out there.
Body AB2. Landable with atmosphere.
Landable with atmosphere, that's a good choice.
Body AB1. Landable with atmosphere.
What are we looking at? That's the problem. I just end up just cracking off and scanning without looking what I'm tuned into, and icy bodies, so it's not that useful unless it's the one with the megabucks on it. That's what we like. Let's see. So I think we've got some good stuff as well. Surely.
Body B2.
Don't call me Shirley.
Landable large planet.
Right, what's down here? Well, there's HMC, that's B1, but it's not landable, is it? So it's not going to have anything exciting on it. Well, it might do, but we won't be able to land on it to collect it. Is that one more now? Yes, it is. There it is. Right, that's it. That's the system done. There's going to be nothing. Let's just double check and see what we've got. So there's one HMC B2, I think it was. Oh, there's a... Oh, what's that there? That's a cheeky one. Oh, it's a neon atmosphere. That's no good for us. For Stratum Tectonicus. But it is... there's Ice World. Ice World. Which one was the HMC? B2, I think. Or B1? HMC, that's the one to scan if you want to get into some scanning. But we're not going to do that. We're going to move on and see if we can find any more bioinsights. I thought I had the bioinsights plugin. I'm going to write it down and see if I can figure it out again. Bioinsights. I'd share my screen and show you, but I'm not on it. I could do that actually. I could share my screen. Hold on, let's do... Which is the first display? Second display? Or which display is which? Second display. There it is. Is this the one? Is this the one you're looking for? Oh, hello. Bioinsights with botanist, and it's got Explorer. That's the one I'm using. If that's useful. Yeah, I've got the botanist, but it just tells me a few things. Oh, it tells you once you get down there though, but it doesn't tell you before in advance. So let's get rid of that and see what we've got. We're a bit behind. See what we've got on the D scanner. 12 bodies, nice. What I should do is check if anyone's discovered them before, which they have. So we don't need to bother with them. But we'll just check to see. Sulfur dioxide, tick, but it's not got any features, so it's not what we're looking for. Let's go. Should have done that with the last one. I'm getting a bit slack. Yeah. Nice. Ah, it's botanist, so it has a bioinsights plugin then in that case. 2.2, yeah, I'll have to 2.2 upgrade. We're 1.3. What the hell? Oh, and wait. The thing is, I upgraded this recently as well because it said you have an upgrade. So I just kind of let it go and just, yeah, that'll do. I've downloaded it now. I don't need to think about that again. There we go. 27 bodies. Let's see if any of these have been taken. They've all been taken. Oh no, never mind. But is there anything there? Biological with an argon. That's no good to us. Let's see if anyone landed on it. No, they didn't. Flippity gibbet. What's this one here? That's going to be a nothing, isn't it? Argon again. Neon. Flippity gibbet on neon. They got 2 there. Neon rich. Biological 1. I am a fair bit behind. Oh no. You know what, when it said upgrade, what I reckon I did, I reckon it downgraded me and I just went, yeah, that'll do. That looks good. It looks a bit worse than the last one, but yeah, I'll have to go with that one. I think that's what actually happened. Nice. So that's exactly how you do it. Elite Observatory. Yeah, because I noticed people talking about Elite Observatory and talk about features. I'm like, why have I not got those features? It's because it's an old version, but... I was never
Body C.
big into
Close
it.
binary
so,
relative
yeah,
to body
obviously-
size.
I wonder if I downloaded an old version when I first started it. It's possible. It's ages ago, though. I put it on. Right, let's have a little look, see what we've got. Oh, they've found it already. Someone's been here. Even nearly 3,000 light years out, you're still getting people. Every now and then, you come across a cluster, and they've been at it. They've been at it. We've got what is it? 1849 Zulu.
4, 3, 2,
And what is it? Wednesday today, isn't it? So we're nearly at the end of the week. We're nearly there. We do not have long to go. I mean, where's the cat? What's she up to? She's off. She's giving up on the folder. She's probably gone meowing at other cats. And there's lots of cats in the garden. There's loads of randomers that just walk through.
fuel scooping,
Cat City. She hates it.
fuel scooping complete.
Right, that's complete. Scan. Remember to scan. Right, 8 bodies, so... And they're all collected already. Damn.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, mine's old. I dug mine up in the garden, and I dusted it off a bit, polished it up. I thought, this will be good for exobiology.
4, 3,
That's a lie. I don't dig in the garden. I try and avoid the garden. Still got the hammock up as well outside, even though it's autumn. I'm going to go out and have a go in the hammock. I'm reading a book on China at the moment, which is really interesting, about 4 Chinese women and about their experiences growing up in the education system of China and their work, etc. And it's really interesting. I know nothing about China, about modern China. I know nothing about, not much about old China either. But I know even less about modern China. Really interesting place. And they are going to be our new leaders, so we should probably start learning about them. I'm not quite going to learn how to write in Chinese yet, but we'll probably have to do that in the end, won't we? When they become the next world leaders and take over. Unless there's new elections in America and there's a change at some point. Which would be nice. That would be nice. Would be nice. From a European perspective, of course. Hey, look at that. Lovely. Icy bodies. It's not going to make as much money. At this point, if you're like a pure explorer, you just abandon it. Oh, hello. Got vibrations. My phone's vibrating. The flashing knobs! That's a quote from Hello Hello. You won't know from the accent because it was terrible. British comedy from the 1980s. It's kind of funny but also cringy. Terrible but good, kind of. I'm not sure if it is funny anymore. Could just be stereotypical French and German people, what the British think a French and a German person is, rather than what they actually like. Is the
System scan complete.
so it's hilarious from that perspective. Hello, hello. Yeah, no, I've not done religion yet, but that's why I've gone on to Hello, hello. See, because that's not politics. The TV show Hello, hello. You can get it in charity shops. What am I doing, man? You can get Hello, hello in charity shops for €2. It's brilliant. So come on your holidays to the UK, go to a charity shop, and buy the complete series of Hello, hello. It'll cost you no more than a few quid. It's brilliant. It's not, but it helps. I think it helps to understand the British kind of Britishness, I suppose, in a way. Hello, hello. It's a foundation of understanding British culture. Like, there's lots of good Scottish programmes and Welsh programmes. Like, Still Game is a Scottish comedy you can get on BBC iPlayer. If you can't get iPlayer, you could use a VPN when you're abroad, apparently, and get a login. It's free to get a login, and just say you've got a TV license. If you could do that potentially. I wouldn't do it because it's probably not legal, is it? But you could do it if you was unscrupulous. But yeah, Hello is a good one. Still Game is on BBC iPlayer. That's a Scottish one about some Scottish old people. Rabsy Nesbitt might be on iPlayer. That's another Scottish one, a classic. And the one that you'll never be able to find, except for on YouTube, I think. Don't mention the war. Exactly. The Faulty Towers. That's another one. I don't know if that's on iPlayer. There's one called that you'll not have heard of. Barry Welsh is Coming, I think it is. If you search YouTube, Barry Welsh is Coming. Don't search any other app, or probably not Google search that. No, Barry Welsh is Coming. The Cream, I think, was a DVD compilation, but there are some of the episodes on YouTube for free, but I don't know where else you get it, because it's on DVD from second hand, if you can find it on eBay. But it's hilarious, but I don't know, some people might not find it funny. But there's some episodes, and the funniest episode isn't available on YouTube, unfortunately. But it's Welsh humour, and it's just Welsh people being funny. If you want to understand a little bit about Wales, because a lot of people think, well, and English people as well, they don't understand Welsh culture. I didn't understand until I came to Wales, and I still don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand. I'm not perfect, nobody is, but English people think Welsh people are just English people with a funny accent, which is not the case. It's a different kind of there are similarities, but culturally there are differences as well in the language. And Scotland is similar, but if you're from the north, like I am, then Scotland is there's more similar in Scotland than further south to me. And that's not just because everyone wants to be Scotch. Everyone wants to have a Scottish accent. It's nothing to do with that. It's more because of the kind of viewpoint being a bit more left wing and that, and politics again. But there's more in common than not. But that depends on where you are, though. There are areas of some places like probably even Bolton has areas where you've got posh people. And Preston, that probably has posh people as well. I don't know where they are, but this
Body
is what
A2.
I'm told.
Landable with atmosphere.
I don't know if they exist, but this is what I'm told. Hey up, let's have a look. So if we go, oh look at this, beautiful. So these will all be ice bodies. So we want to bag these. We don't. Oh, sulfur dioxide, and nobody's landed on it. There's nobody there. So we've got loads of bodies. And we've got a sulfur dioxide world there, so for that reason we're going to have a wee look at it. See, I'm using Scotch word. I don't know. I just like using we. I never said that as a child. I don't think that was something we ever said. But it's like the word jobby in Scottish. And if you're English, you probably won't know what it means. unless you like things like Billy Connolly did a good sketch, I think, with it, with the word, which is probably why I learnt it from an early
Body
age.
A10. Landable with atmosphere.
But a jobby means excrement, basically. Oh, high metal content world. So for some reason they've not completed. Bit weird. Maybe they just got bored. Maybe it was bedtime. But jobby means excrement, right? And there was this guy at work who's a southerner, and he was doing a serious kind of, discussion. And what did he say? He said something like, I just need to handle a jobby. And if you're handling a turd, he basically said, I just need to handle a turd. And I was splitting my sides. And there was I've got some Scotch colleagues. And I was trying to nod at them and go, hey. But they didn't get what I was on about. They thought, and they didn't realise he said it, but he definitely did. Because they thought he said job. But I think, or they just didn't hear it. They were probably just watching YouTube videos, in fairness. I don't know what they were doing. I didn't see the screens. They were probably not paying attention to it at all and going, he's talking nonsense. But yeah, jobby. There's a lot of like colloquialisms in the UK. Not just between countries, but between over the county borders as well. Like, I've got a book about it, and there's a border somewhere. I think there's a Manchester one. There might be one around. I think it's Greater Manchester somewhere, but Manchester. There's a border somewhere where you say house. So house is house. House. But I think there's some people in Wigan, it might be, if I'm right, and they say arse for house, and arse means bottom in the UK as well. And also, another thing Wigan people say, I've heard them say this, is arse cream for ice cream. And obviously arse cream is also a cream for your bum. So they say, the problem is, since I learned that, I get in the habit of saying that. But then I say it by accident, when I'm asking for an ice cream, and then they look at me a bit weird when I say, could I have an arse cream, please? No, I've never said that. That's a made up situation. Because I've not recently asked for an ice cream anyway. But no, like when they said, do you want custard or ice cream? I've never said, I'd like arse cream, please. But now I've said it, I am gonna say that. That's one of my goals in life, to say that and see if they notice what I mean. But I've got to go to Wigan to do that because they know what arse cream is. I can get away with it there.
Body A7.
But
Landable
why would you
with
go
atmosphere.
to Wigan though?
Body A6. Landable with atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the question.
Body A5. Landable and terraformable. Landable with atmosphere.
Yeah, I feel like the South of England is a foreign country to me, and Wales seems like there's two places that seem like home. Wales, I'm not sure if home feels like home now, but we used to live in Ceredigion, and Ceredigion, the county particularly, feels like home. North Wales, not so much. Elsewhere, I mean, Cardiff is Caerdydd. Cardiff is nice. I like Cardiff, but it doesn't feel like home so much. But yeah, there are places. Have we done it? We've done it. Talking nonsense, man. But yeah, it's funny what home feels like, and like up the north, it kind of feels like home, but it almost feels alien. Like when I went home, which I'd not been home for millions of years, and people were telling me in the pub, like, you're not from around here, you southerner. They called me a southerner because of my accent. This accent is a weak accent, apparently. But yeah, it's my accent in real. I don't know. It varies. At work, it's different. I've got to talk differently. I'm probably talking a bit more, probably clear. Well, a bit less clear than what I would at work, but more clear than if I was talking to a northerner, where my accent can degrade. But it's still not the same as it used to be when I first started. Like, people in Preston, for example, like used to say to me, that, and this is Preston. This is the north of England. They used to say you sound like a farmer, and now I go to Preston, they sound like northerners. They sound really kind of well, the word is common, isn't it? Let's face it, it's common. I say they sound common. But they make me sound posh, is the other way of expressing it, rather than I don't think they are common. Some of them are. But you know what I mean, they've got a regional accent. which my regional accent isn't as good as theirs, basically. And I've not got a Welsh accent. I've not been here for long enough. Long time, but the thing is, I don't think I'm the kind of person that's going to pick up on it now. And not a lot of people locally speak with good Welsh accents anyway. There are farmers, they have good Welsh accent. We've got some good ones. We could have Stratum Tectonicus. I reckon we're not going to have it. Oh, Biological 6, look at that. Who's got that one? On the bingo card. Right, let's go to all these ones. Let's just start off. What have we got? The accents are curious things. A big list here. And it's like identity. What is your identity? It's like, the problem is, it's like I identify as Welsh a little bit, and this is going to sound like bullshit, I know. But I don't think I am Welsh. But there is an identity. It's complicated because the thing is, what happened was, and I should be ashamed to say this, but the missus, she is mainly Welsh, but she's not Welsh. She was born in England. She's mainly Welsh, but she's not. You want to hear her accent? She's not Welsh at all. But well, she is, but she isn't. She should be Welsh, I think, is the thing. She feels like she missed out. She made me go to Welsh games, and I got into it, and I put on a Welsh shirt because I thought, well, the thing is, if you're watching football, it's different because you're in rugby games. You're in the same end as the opposition fans. So I could have worn an England shirt, but it wasn't England games; it was Welsh games. And I supported Wales, but it got to the point where we went to a Welsh and England game, and in 2003 I supported England when I was in Wales, winning the World Cup, and I was like, yes, proper. I was a lot different then. I was a youth. I was a child. But no, I went to watch an England game, England-Wales, at the. I watched Wales beat England. I've never seen Wales lose. I should watch every game. And in the World Cup 2019 in Japan, I should have watched every game. We would have won. And it's really annoying that England had that chance and they failed. And I think Wales would have won. But yeah, obviously they didn't win. They didn't do it. But England beat New Zealand. That's the annoying bit. That's the most annoying bit ever. New Zealand should have won that, or Wales, but no, none of them. Rugby World Cups, they're frustrating, always. And there was another one where I think it was a World Cup maybe before it was Scotland did quite well, and I'm not saying I'm a Scotland supporter, but I tend to support the UK. So I aim for England first or Wales first, depending upon. With rugby, it's Welsh first. In football, it's England first. It makes no sense. I don't know why. But it's like I say, it's my missus has made me start doing that because I hadn't been to see rugby games before then. So you start, so you finish. It's like the time I had to watch Bolton Wanderers play. But it's like we're in the opposition end, so I had to support the opposition team, and they won, and I was really sad. Bolton won 2-1, and I was really sad, which is ridiculous. That's my team. Yeah, but you've got to do it right. Yeah, well, hopefully I do sound like I'm from Bolton, but I've lost my accent. It's gone. But it's gone. People from Bolton don't think I'm from Bolton. They think I'm a southerner. They're like, you southerner, get out, get the freak out of there. What are you doing? Who are you? Who are you southerners? Get out of here. Yeah, that would be my dream, but yeah, but it's nothing like my dad's accent whatsoever. So that is the way it is, unfortunately. But it's funny because like people on the channel, I can't remember who it is, maybe someone's in the stream today, who was saying, asking me about the Welsh. But the reason why I use Welsh is like the Shemai and that. I tried to learn Welsh over just over a year, and it's trying to spread the knowledge of the Welsh language more than anything, rather than claiming to be Wales. But I have not. The thing is, it's an awkward question to answer, to say that I'm not Welsh, which I'm not Welsh, but I also feel like it's home. So to me, it's very complicated. But you can't really be a refugee from England, can you? Unfortunately. Oh, from Blackpool, yeah. Blackpool's a really interesting place. I don't know if you've been there, Rob, but it's really curious. I went there, I don't know, this was a few years ago with my dad for a laugh to see what it was like, because you go there as a youth and you see the lights and that, and you go to the you go on the big one and the rides and that. I went with my dad, and this was like 10 o'clock in the morning when we arrived. We were quite keen, so we must have been up early for that one. With the missus, and it was a Monster Raving Looney Party political meeting thing that was going on in Blackpool at the time. So loads of people in fancy dress, but there were also loads of people in fancy dress randomly as well. And then a lady got out of a taxi and she rugby tackled a bollard when she fell out of the taxi. And then got up, dusted herself off in a cocktail dress and carried on staggering into the next bar. That's 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, yes. Oh, Brummie. Oh, I like Brummie. I like the Brummies. I like Birmingham. It's one of my favourites. I like Smethwick. That's one of my... If I want to go somewhere to meditate, it's Smethwick all the time. Because of the amazing samosas, and the people are so friendly there. And it's funny because it's... there's a lot of them speak... There's a lot of people speaking foreign languages as well as Smethwick, which I love. Because I like hearing... I like not understanding what people say. Because then... like with Welsh, I do understand some of the words. Like, especially if people are slagging off English people. I love... Actually, I've never... I should hold my hand up and say I've never heard that. I've never heard a Welsh people slagging off English, but maybe I don't understand Welsh enough. But normally they're just talking about their own stuff. But apparently it does happen. So, but no, I don't think it happens all the time. Or my understanding of Welsh isn't enough. But yeah. Oh, that's nice. I like to think, because I can't even wear... Okay, what is it? You'd say Dwyminder Volton. Because you don't mutate the B on an English. You'd say Dwyminder Bolton. But I like to mutate it and show off with my vague knowledge of mutations. Tricky language to learn, Welsh. I learnt a bit of German, but GCE German, that's it. Actually, it's enough for conversation in Croatia when you don't. When the only shared language you have is German. Like, when the other... Because I'm not the linguist, my partner's a linguist, you know, Italian, Spanish, etc. And none of the languages. She even tried French and nothing. But German was the language. Devon's nice. Yeah, I used to live in Devon. Newcastle's a beautiful, amazing place. I love Newcastle. I hate the football team for some reason. I've got an irrational hate of the football team. I think it's because I'm jealous of how passionate the Newcastle supporters are, and I wish the Bolton supporters were the Newcastle supporters, basically. But Newcastle's an amazing place, friendly. There's the North East generally. Northumberland is my favourite though. Berwick-upon-Tweed. It's really nice, and everyone's friendly though, so I think that's the thing about the North generally. There's friendly people. In Wales as well, it depends on where you go. Some parts of Wales can be less friendly, but generally I think everyone's friendly in Wales. And they say, if you say hello to people in Wales, they'll say hello back in most places, unless you're on the borders, which can be a bit weird. I think the borders are a bit weird place. Depends on where you are. But I don't know. I still... What's that other place? There's some nice border towns though, over in Wales. But I think North Wales is funny because they say all sorts of things. My friend says, "Oh, Berwick, yeah, Berwick-upon-Tweed." I don't know. It's the funny thing is about the North East. The best thing about the North East is that you've got the crossover with Scotland. You've got some cultural elements that cross over. Like you've got the battered sausage. Who invented the battered sausage? Because I remember my uncle used to live in Newcastle. We went on the metro and all that. They had an ice cream van that sold battered sausage. It was a chip shop van, and I didn't eat it. But they're like, it's battered sausage. But I have since eaten a battered sausage, but not anymore. But yeah, they were good. But who invented it? I know the Scottish are renowned for it, battering everything. But no, it's nice. It's so far away. It's and Scotland is even further away. Scotland's an amazing place. But I went to London once, actually, not recently, but this was probably a good few years ago for work. But I did enjoy it. It was really weird, but it was I think it was close. No, it was no, it was pre-COVID actually. So there's no reason for. I don't think it was rush hour though, so it was a quite sedate time of the day. And I met a squirrel in the park who crawled up my leg and said hello, and I gave him some nuts basically. Because I had some nuts randomly. You got to live on the cheap when the budget for the meal deal is pretty low with work. But yeah, there's so many amazing places in the UK. Like as a visitor, there's so much to see. But as a UK person, you sometimes you forget about it, how many good places there are. I do like it. Like sometimes with the politics side of it, it can get a bit depressing though. So I think you have to look at the benefits. Like I got this National Trust thing, and there's so many good country houses. And they're not free, obviously, but it was only €80 or something like that. It wasn't that expensive. Stratum, there it is! There's a single stratum that proves my point, finally. Okay, we've got it. It's probably not going to be Tectonicus now, but yeah. There's so many nice places. Oh, Colonia, yeah. I want to go back to Colonia, but stupid YouTube channel's stopping me. Unless they release GTA 6 and I switch to GTA 6 and change the algorithm. I prefer doing these videos, to be honest, in a way, but they're more difficult. GTA is easier, so I would probably prefer it, but I prefer... Actually, there's some good people who play GTA 6 as well, so it would be unfair to say I prefer the crowd. I think there's good players from both sides of the fence, but if you're in GTA lobbies, for example, that's where they have some really awful players. Not the people who watch my channel, they're good people. I think generally decent people engage with the channel. Or they did do back when I did GTA, it was successful, but hell, if you go in the lobbies, there's some horrific people. And sometimes some of the things in chat, like, there's no point looking in chat now because there's nobody out here, but they're crazy and they're kind of a little bit sexy and a bit awkward, some of the things people say, but they're not, at least I've not seen the level of abuse as you get in GTA, which maybe in PvP it does happen, but, and maybe that's a problem with PvP. Generally, but I think people generally seem to be friendlier. Yeah, no, it's good to chat. It's good to have other things to talk about rather than what's on screen between the bits when we're waiting for things to happen. But yeah, I think the British are decent people, and I really do. I think they're all, when you talk to people deep down, people just want the best for other people, and I think that's true. And at the moment, politically, it's a really, really difficult discord, and I hate talking about... I do like talking about politics, but I hate it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But the British people are decent from all sides of it, and I think from an English standpoint, sometimes with certain historic use of the George's Cross, I never had a George's Cross, but I did have an England shirt at one time. It's been misused by the BNP and places like that. So, but the English are decent people. Some parts of the country, like it feels like down south, they don't say hello to you. They're a bit awkward about saying hello to you, whereas up north is a bit more friendly. But it probably depends on where you go. Devon is a bit more friendly than other parts of the south. I've lived in Devon. Devon's nice. I do like Devon in a way, but I prefer Wales. My dream is to go back to Ceredigion though. At the moment, Powys doesn't quite cut it for me. It's council tax is high, and the people they're decent people. There are decent people, but I think politically it doesn't suit me. You know, I don't talk to people about politics though in public because for obvious reasons. Some people it's safe, other people it's not. But it's a lot easier, isn't it? But there's a lot of charity shops. I keep seeing shops closing down locally. I think it's a real shame. Like even Like locally, we don't even have a Primark anymore. That's how bad it is. Because every Welsh town used to have a Primark, and we haven't even got one of them anymore. We've got charity shops, and charity shops are good. There's some good people in charity shops, and I think it's such a shame when you've got families that are shopping in charity shops, and that when they're on these are families on holidays. There's some really good brummies, nice brummies, and there was an awkward moment when a lady said, "I'm glad they've gone," when they were serving me at the till. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And this wasn't this wasn't a Welsh. It's hard with the accents, but I don't think this was a Welsh lady either. She was a retired lady. Yeah, he was Syrian. Yeah, St George. We've got to remember that our cultural history. I think the more I learn about history of the UK, the Isles, is amazing. There's so many changes, and the immigration and the changes over a lifetime. I don't know if you're into Stuart Lee, but he did the best sketch ever, which was the one about UKIPs and about immigration, about the history of the British Isles and about how far you can take it. Yeah, and it just makes it that whole narrative a bit ridiculous. But like if you look at the past, Cheddar Man is one of the historic finds, and Cheddar Man was he had brown skin. I think he was a man as well. Yeah, don't think it was a woman. This one. And it was before the white people came, so the pale-skinned people came from Europe into the UK. So that's the main people in the UK now are actually European. From continental Europe, and replaced the original brown-skinned inhabitants, who I suppose they came in the first wave coming out of Africa. Along with, they will have gone to spread out to Europe as well, but the ones in Europe mutated, didn't they, to have paler skin. And gingers as well, gingers. I don't think there is a gingers with African dark skin, but there is actually gingers that have... generally the gingers, I think, are from the pale skin, but there's a Chinese, because there's an offsprout. The Chinese had a separate evolution, and there's a Chinese ginger hair, and I've never seen it. I'd love to see it. Which is ginger hair, but it's completely different than the standard ginger hair that us the Europeans have. The white pale skin Europeans have. So it's a completely different evolution, and that's amazing. And there is a gingers in, now was it? It was I think it was North Africa. I can't remember the country, but there's a Jewish population who migrated there. And the gene spread. Have I done it? So basically, their gene spread to the local population. So you have people with dark skin and ginger hair, because of that. And how amazing is that? It's brilliant. It's so good when you learn about evolution and all that jazz and the history of stuff. Have we done it? Oh, hang on. Yes, we have done Tectonicus. Sorry, I'm just getting excited. I'm so excited about my mutated gingers, and this is my main talking point. Basically, I want to make all the conversation about gingers, because I love the gingers. I'm not a full ginger myself. I'm only a partial ginger. And it's funny. People say, "Do you dye your hair?" But if you get a magnifying glass on my hair, there's individual strands that are bright ginger, and other strands that are brown. So no, I'm not. I don't dye my hair, but maybe I should do. As I get older, if I can get away with it, maybe I should dye my hair. Maybe I should bleach my teeth as well. And my bum. People bleach their bum. What is that all about? What the hell? But yeah, I think we're done here, aren't we? Aren't we done here? Yeah. I think we've won, surely. That's got to be it. No, we're not done here. We've got another one yet. No, I've taken the tone down a bit. Sorry about that. Sorry. It just came into my head. Let's go on to the next one. We'll see what's happening. The ginger biscuits. Too much tea. I got that desperate. It's a 2 teapot day. I weaned myself off tea about last month, and now I'm back on tea, but it's 1 pot a day. But I had to have 2 pots today. And yeah, it's been a hard one. It's a 2 pot day. That's pretty bad. But I'm on with the trainee, and he's really good. He's qualified pretty much, but he's amazing. But I thought I was on for an easy day. I thought he's going to do all the work. We're going to sit back. But you know how I like to talk, and I wasted, I think, an extra 10 minutes talking him into something that was turned out to be wrong, actually. This is quite funny. But actually what I said was right, but wrong. If you're not, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, be careful. Yeah, ginger biscuits, aphrodisiac, yeah. Well, I'll get to my age, need some aphrodisiacs. Definitely. Definitely, it's a way to go. When you get into middle age, oh no. I'm at that stage where I'm looking forward to retirement. I love my job, hate the shifts, waking up and being groggy. I think to myself sometimes, what would my channel be like if I knew what I was doing? It'd be so boring. It'd be like, oh, look at this guy with YouTube, knowing what he's doing when he's talking about it. Oh, this is boring. He's not getting it wrong. It's funny when I get it wrong in the videos that I do to try and do guides as well, and then I have to like write in the comments, yeah, this bit's wrong. I don't think I've done many of them recently, but sometimes my explanations aren't the best, because when I do the YouTube videos, I do them in a wanna, because it's what I've learned is I don't have a script. I just do whatever's in my head, hope it's right, and then I do a second take to see if that's better. Oh, we want to see bacterium, good. So it's not the best process at all. But the problem is, if I'm reading from a script, it sounds like a bloody robot. So I've tried both methods, and scripts work for some things, not for others. And sometimes I just don't have the energy for either, but I get the video out anyway, and it ends up good enough, if that makes sense. It's good enough, and it may be slightly better than other people. Yeah, I need some ginger biscuits. They're vegan as well. If you want, I mean, I don't use the V. I try and avoid using the V word because of the obvious reasons. I'm not hardcore, as in I don't talk to people about it if I can avoid it. But ginger biscuits are always guaranteed vegan. But bourbon biscuits, I used to think fig biscuits were vegan as well, but they're not. At least the Aldi's ones are not vegan. So if you have a vegan that you need to buy biscuits for because you're going visiting them for work, for example, just get bourbon biscuits from Tesco, not Aldi. The Aldi ones are fluffy. Get them from Tesco, Morrison's. Those are the safe ones. Those are the safe bourbon biscuits. Get the bourbon, or bourbons as I used to call them as a child. Those are the best ones you can get. They're dirt cheap as well, on your budget for work, which they always have. But some scumbags bring no biscuits at all. So I remember one time we had 3 managers visiting, right? And only one manager, the woman, sexist buggers, brought biscuits, and the two men didn't bring any biscuits at all. And it's like they probably did. I think they did a car share, and because one of them brought the biscuits, they assumed, oh, you've got the biscuits, we're not going to bother. And it was measly. It really was miserly. And it wasn't. I didn't have any biscuits basically, which is good, because type 2 diabetes. The problem is, if I have a packet of biscuits, I can go through half of them. Like Oreos are the worst. I'll go through half a packet of Oreos. At least I don't do a full packet anymore, right? Go through half a packet. So what I have to do, I go to this health food shop. These Dove biscuits, and these are I'm not a fan of digestive biscuits. These are oatmeal digestive biscuits, and the most amazing digestive biscuits. A 5 out of 5 experienced digestive biscuit, the best I've ever tasted. And not only that, they now cost £2.80, which means that it takes me a long time to eat them. But if you eat 1 or 2 of them, you don't feel like you have to eat them. Like with Oreos, they're honestly like crack. No, actually, I don't know what crack is like, but they're addictive, because I'll eat another one, a cup of tea. If they're dry, I'm okay. But if I've got a cup of tea, and if I'm dunking, I'm finished. I'm on the way to type 2 diabetes. Hopefully nobody has type 2 diabetes, because it's horrific. Horrific, absolutely. I think the lady across the road had it. She died of it. It's horrific. But yeah, you need to avoid it. We need to all stay healthy. Eat some more grass. Who's that? Sam Delaney. 1967. That's quite a recent one. It is quite recent, really, isn't it? Nova. No, I've not read that one. Nova was the name of the. I know Planet of the Apes. The lady, the attractive blonde lady who couldn't speak. She was Nova, wasn't she? But yeah, I've not read that one. I'll add it to the to-do list. Come on, get it written down, man. Nova. I've got another one written down here somewhere. I'm on Goodreads somewhere. I don't know if I'm Maverick Vegan. I don't know what I am on Goodreads. It may be Maverick Vegan with an F. It may not be. But that's really handy because it keeps a track of what I've read, so I don't forget. I've been having a pretty good run of books, so hopefully I can keep it going. So Sam Delaney, Sam R. It'll be in the chat, but I don't do technology very good, as people of the channel will know. Look at that stratum, we've got it. Oh, chocolate biscuits. See, I've been saved from the chocolate hobnob, which I think was the finest chocolate coated biscuit for me. And you could dunk it forever and it'd keep on going. Never ever lost a hobnob. Never ever. But there's no such thing as a vegan chocolate hobnob. Even the dark chocolates, they put milk powder in. They're scumbags. They hate us. They hate us. But they could easy win. Easy win. All you need to do is take out the chocolate powder. But I'm telling you, if you try being a vegan, and you will realise that there's certain companies that hate you. And they sprinkle chocolate powder on to sabotage them. It's to ruin it for everyone. I remember, right, on my honeymoon, we went to... I'll tell you another one. This is a good one. Because I was a fisher. Oh, come on. Oh, what the hell am I doing? This is schoolboy error. But this is quite a funny story in a way. I was a pescatarian before I was a vegan. I just stopped eating fish, basically. And what I love doing to wind people up is saying... like my dad, he's like, oh, I'm fish and chips. And I'm saying, oh, are you having a proper vegan fish and chips supper? He hates it. But anyway, we went on a honeymoon to America, to Hawaii. And America's an amazing place for vegans. They cater for them, no problem. We went to this Indian place, got some samosas, vegetable samosas. And girl bit into one, I bit into one, nom 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 nom. These are nice. And then look, and I couldn't taste it. And then she said, hang on, what's that? That's not me. She had her expression on her face, and she's really into the animals, and I am as well, don't get me wrong, but I don't get the upsetness, because I've eaten steaks before, so obviously I didn't have that kind of empathy, but she has that empathy. If she ate an animal, it would really, really upset her. It's a honeymoon. So I looked at it, and I said, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know what vegetable that can possibly be. It looked like, it was kind of stringy, it looked a bit like chicken, but it didn't look like chicken. I couldn't, because it was highly processed, I couldn't tell what the hell it was. And chicken doesn't taste like anything. And I couldn't tell from tasting it. So what I did, I ate the rest of my samosa. We had one each. They weren't massive, they weren't like the ones you get in Birmingham are massive. Thankfully it wasn't one of them, but it was bad enough. And all night, right, I ate hers and said, no, it's probably okay, it probably isn't. And in my mind I was thinking, this is probably chicken. I got to take one for the team and eat it, because she's going to be well upset, and that's going to ruin the evening completely. And then all night I had stomach cramps all night, because my body couldn't handle meat anymore. It can't process it. I had stomach cramps all night. I was up all night in a cold sweat. And then in the morning I was in the toilet, and it's just horrific. So I can't eat meat. You want to sabotage me, just put some meat in. But I ate it on purpose. That's the only time I've purposely ate meat as a vegan. And I did it when it was already... They were going to go in the bin anyway, so arguably it makes no difference. And there was one vegan guy. We used to go to vegan club. We don't do it anymore. It was hilarious vegan club, because these are the proper vegans. If you want to meet a proper vegan, go to your local vegan club. And it's really extreme. But anyway, there was talk of this one guy who went to have meals with his friends, and he used to eat meat. So they would have leftover meat, give him the meat, and say, you know what, we're not hungry, so here's some meat for you to eat. So he'd eat their meat quite happily because it was left over. But I remember when I was a meat eater, especially coming from the north, you never ever left the meat, unless it was liver. But even liver, I ate the liver. My mum made me eat liver. It's disgusting stuff. It's the worst thing ever. It's got a lot of nutrients in it, but disgusting. Right? And this guy, and to me, I'm thinking, you know what? these guys are deliberately leaving meat on the table. There's more than one people doing it. They're leaving the meat on the table so that he will eat it because they're worried about his welfare. So it's not a problem welfare wise. It's not a problem. You know, just eat what you eat, whatever's well. As long as everyone's well, that's what I'm happy about. But anyway, but that's cheating. That's surely cheating. That's surely not vegan at all. But he didn't know that. He thought he was doing right. But yeah, food's good. I like the curries though. That's what I like. I like going to Birmingham. If we can get away with going to Birmingham for work, it's a dream. There's some really good curry houses. There's one called Bengal something in Oldbury. That's probably the best one I know of. What was it called? Something. I'm sure it's something Bengal. But it's amazing. It's a sit-down one. If you want to go for a sit-down meal, really cheap, but amazing food. The not Sondia. I'm trying to think of it. I think it begins with an S, but it's a really spicy one. It's nice. It's so good when you find. That's the most important thing, though. Whenever you move house, you've got to find a good curry house, haven't you? If you're into curries, it's the essential. I like this little hole through here where you can look to get your landing as well. Let's look through the hole. Let's do our landing entirely through the hole. Oh, we're looking through the hole. That's my attempt at an Irish accent. Sorry for anyone from Ireland. Love Ireland. I've been to Ireland. It's an amazing place. Belfast was an amazing place, and I shouldn't say this, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Dublin less. But bear in mind, back then, did you know that right now Guinness is vegan, but it doesn't matter anymore. The sods, back then it wasn't, so I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat Guinness. Why would you eat? I couldn't drink any Guinness. And now I'm a teetotaler, so I don't drink at all. So it's, yeah, I will never know. Actually, I've had alcohol-free Guinness. It tastes just like the real thing. So the vegan Guinness it's vegan Guinness. Happy days. What do you do, eh? What do you do? You've got to do what you like doing, really. You've got to enjoy yourself a bit. Like what I do with the biscuits, these £2.80 biscuits, I'll have two of them maximum because they cost £2.80. They're a big packet. They're not small. Big packet of digestive, 300 gram I think it is, big one. But 2 at a time, because I'm tight. You've got to be tight these days. It's like I saw this YouTuber he was doing a chatty thing, and he got in his car at the end of the chat to show off, and it was like he was about 12 years old, and it was a Mercedes, I think it was a C or an E class, I couldn't tell from the inside, electronic display, amazing looking car. I don't know if they're any good anymore. They used to be rubbish when I was parking them 20 years ago, but it's funny how YouTubers have all this money. You have this YouTuber hierarchy, and Elite Dangerous YouTubers are at the bottom end. It's like your Elite Dangerous YouTuber are barely getting into... Oh, hello. Have I done it? I've done it again, haven't I? Stratum Tectonicus taken. Hey, happy days. Tectonicus! We've done another one, A6. Right, what are we on to next? Oh, hang on, A10. What the hell's going on? Hold on, have I not gone far enough? Oh, you see, this is the problem with... Let's just... Oh. You see what I mean about the shields? But that's not a proper crash, you know. You've not seen a crash yet. Well, actually, I've lost my little chatty thing again. I've lost my pop-up that tells me how far away from it is and everything. Probably because I've sampled them all, haven't I? But I'm that paranoid and I don't trust it. We are on... Let's just land it and see what the hell I'm doing. Yeah. Chocolate biscuits. Jaffa cake. Oh, I miss Jaffa cakes. Those are amazing. Now, was there some Jaffa cakes? But the good thing about the safe thing, or what used to be safe about Jaffa cakes, is you can't dunk them. So I couldn't do a full packet in a one go. So I was pretty safe with Jaffa cakes. But they were amazing. What else? Biscuit wise, what were the best biscuits? It's a difficult question. What is the best biscuit? It's such an open question. I mean, it probably was the chocolate. Maybe it was a chocolate coated hobnob. Already analysed. See, why didn't I just do that? I can't concentrate. See how I'm already losing my concentration skill. This is why I'm not a pilot of real aircraft, because you look at what would happen. It'd just be although they're allowed rest, so in fairness it'd be fine, and I certainly wouldn't be drinking and piloting, so it would be fine. I would have been a good pilot. I've only got like my only piloting experience though is Flight Simulator 2020. Clubs! Oh, clubs! Now you're talking. That's old school. That's bringing me back to my childhood. You've got the orange one, the fruit one. Those were my two favourites. The mint one was pretty good, but I'm not sure. It wasn't as good as the orange and the fruit, I don't think, but it was still a good one. I'm not sure if there was any that I didn't like though. Trio as well, when we're on that theme. Trio, I want a trio and I want one now. I'm not sure if that's cultural appropriation now, is it? We're probably not allowed to sing that. There's a lot of songs. The Umbongo one, that we certainly can't do the Umbongo anymore. I mean, Umbongo, what the hell was that? That was just like a weird kind of fruit juice, and what was in it? Just E numbers. I remember it's like when I was a kid, the Umbongo was probably one of them things that made me run around and start swearing at teachers. There it is. This is how we're going to end the stream. We're going to go to that ammonia world, and we're going to find loads of amazing, glorious stuff. But yeah, Umbongo, club biscuits though. Those are one of my favourites. Twix, not as much of a favourite. And what I always wondered, I did like them, but you had the Milky Way, didn't you? We're going into chocolates now, but Milky Way, right, were good, but aren't they just a Tesco value Mars bar? I didn't understand the purpose of them when the Mars bar existed. Now I understood the Marathon, or Snickers as it's now called, which makes no sense. Marathon works because you could use it as a sports bar. Like, when I was into running, I used energy drinks. Actually, I went a bit crazy with those. Bloody hell. I think, seriously, I think naturally I'm now, I think 10, in stone it's probably 10.5 stone. I was more like 11 stone before. I swear I got down to something like 9 stone or something stupid when I was running. With these energy drinks, I was off my tits. Penguins with ice cream. Penguins are interesting. I like penguins, but there was always something mysterious. I felt like there was a mysterious flavour with penguins. They felt like something that was alien in a way, but in a good way. So I like the penguins. They're kind of lunchbox. They're lunchbox jobs. And the Mars bar is you know what happened? The Mars bar was a treat, right? The way we had it, the Mars bar was always in the fridge, and then my mum would cut it up into pieces. And the Mars bars were big enough that you could do that back then. You cut it up into pieces, and we'd have a piece each between the four of us. That's how poor we were back in the day. But we weren't poor. You know, we still had holidays and jazz. It's not like modern poor. There's a different kind of poor these days, where it's literally people can't afford heating and stuff. There's a scary kind of poor out there. But maybe that was around then as well. But we weren't that. I suppose we were lucky because there were people that were like that, actually, but we were just lucky. Dad had a good job and that, so some might say spoilt, but it's not spoilt really. It's like, and he was always working class, so it's like, he was a shift worker as well. Followed his footsteps, bad idea. Right, what have we got? Stratum fungoids. Oh, fungoid is going to be hell. That's how we're going to finish it. We're going to finish it by abandoning fungoid, I'll tell you that now. Bacterium. Okay, we got all the safe stuff. Frutella, stratum. Let's just go in. We'll align somewhere along some kind of mountain range. Oh, Home and Away and Neighbours. Classic. Is that still going? I thought they'd finished it. I used to watch that at university twice. If I could get away with it, I'd watch it twice. Home and Away and Neighbours, the double, the classic double. I've not watched it in a long time, unfortunately. So enjoy your Home and Away and Neighbours. Been nice chatting with you. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy some nice biscuits with it as well, with some tea. or coffee if that's your choice. I'm not sure about coffee and Dunkin' though. Not sure where I stand on that, but I don't drink coffee anymore because I banned myself since the one time. When I was drinking, there's this espresso machine. I swear I was drinking it like water and it made no difference. I was that sleep deprived. This was like my best shift run ever. You know, you think people might think maybe people think I'm tired making mistakes. Oh, look at you making a stupid mistake now. But this was zombie stuff, I'm telling you. 136 hours was my best week. Average 17 hours off what I rostered. 17 hours a day, which I'm not sure if that was legal. It wasn't legal, but you sign a thing to say it's not legal. You're allowed to do it. There was big signs on the wall saying it definitely wasn't legal. But yeah, it wasn't legal from that one perspective. But yeah, I think it should have been outlawed basically. But that's another thing. But yeah, I was a zombie. I have this new watch on now, right? And this is like an amazing watch. It's a Casio G-Shock kind of solar powered. They're quite rare now. Rare as hen's teeth, and they were about €100 back then. And it's got loads of little dints around the bezel where it's got its G-Shock bit. Because I bounced off the handle rail walking up and down the steps. Because I was a zombie, wobbling from side to side. That's how bad it got. So yeah, sleep deprivation, bad idea. I only did one night shift on that one though. 20 hours was a maximum, my personal best max shift in one go. They handed out t-shirts at the end of it, and I even missed my t-shirts because I was that sleep deprived because it was the end, and there weren't. There was a bit of slack in the roster. The pattern. It's just me. The roster of me. Rostering myself. That's a bad idea. You should never allow me to roster my own hours when you've got to cover the work. But I remember there's this one guy on the same job, right? And he was saying to me, yeah, I go to the gym and all that between shifts. I go to the gym, you know, happy days. And if someone dies, you know, from an industrial accident, don't worry about it. It happens. It's not your fault. And part of me wonders now, having experienced what I experienced. Yeah, was it really? But no. It probably wasn't, I'm sure. Safety was of an utmost concern, but sometimes it makes you worry. Sometimes it makes you worry when people say some of the things they say. But also, the other thing is, you can get rostered on the easy job. I got rostered on the hardest job. And some people in the team rostered themselves on the easier jobs, for example. And that was the hard job, which was really stupid, because I was new. Anyway, stop moaning about work. Work is awesome. Work gives us money, allows us to play, allows us to buy expensive computers. I bought my computer, right, after the tail end of COVID, when just as graphics card prices took a real leap, when everyone was buying them, but also you had the those scumbags with the what was it, the AI and stuff. Not AI, was it? It wasn't the AI at that point so much. What was it? It was the data miners trying to find cryptocurrency. That was the one. Yes. Prime and Channel 5. Oh no, I shouldn't have told me that. Oh no. Then again, the missus used to watch Neighbours Home and Away. She was a student as well, so you have to watch it. It's part of it. But I watched it as a child, so I watched both of them because it's part of the role of coming back from school rather than revising and learn homework. I was a poor student at school. Got better. I did get better though. You're only as good as your last game, and I got a degree, so I'm alright. Did alright in the end. Neighbours is good. The thing is though, Neighbours, I used to love Australia because of that, and I always wanted to visit Australia. But more recently, I fell out of love with the concept of Australia, and I thought, you know, because it was probably Neighbours putting a rosy tint on it. But I do like the Australians as well. I think Australians are such a great culture, great people. Same with New Zealand people as well. I know they're very different, but they are similar in some ways. Amazing people. And I went to Sydney. I wish we'd have gone more, but we only went on the way to New Zealand. And Sydney is an amazing place. They're so friendly. And there's some really good walking as well. And the prices weren't too bad. They weren't too bad. Yeah, new PC. Oh, Win 10. Don't say it's an old machine. I got Windows 10. It keeps telling me you can't... Oh, hang on. Have I done it again? Already analysed. Yes, I have. You numpty. I need to learn how to do my... What's my... I need to look at that. What does that say now? A6. What are we on? I'm on something, that's for sure. Oh, let's... Oh, I'm going to do this properly, eventually. Yeah, I need to... I feel... Sometimes I feel, when am I going to have to upgrade my machine? I'm okay. I am okay. The games all run fine, and I can stream and stuff. But who knows what crazy things FDev will do. I don't think they'll do another kind of update that'll make this game unviable to do streaming and all the sort of things I want to do, like screen recording at the same time. I don't think they will do that. I don't think they're that invested in it. But never say never. You know, you never know. You never know what kind of crazy decisions they make. But hopefully, I will be able to keep this going for a good few years yet. Are you going to get one? Are you going to get a new one next month? I'm completely out of date with specs now. Are AMD the best processors these days? I've not even paid attention, because they were when I built this. I was going to build 100% AMD, but because of the graphics card shortage, I had to put a 3070, so got Nvidia. So yeah, bit of an odd one, but AMD and Nvidia wanted the purity of AMD. And as well as that, like the new consoles were going AMD as well, so that was another reason I was doing that. Oh, Win 10. Oh, Win 10 retired. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I shouldn't. I should. I need to find a new OS. My friend was saying. He was talking crazy talk about. Is there a Steam OS that's gonna be coming out, or is it already out? He was talking about all sorts of crazy ones that are free, and that's the best price. Win 10 retired. They talk about an additional support for Win 10, but I don't know if that's a nonsense or what. But yeah, I could potentially try and... I don't know if I've missed the boat for getting Win 11, because... But Win 11 sounds horrific. Not just it's not just heavier, isn't it, on your processor as usual. Duh. It's just the kind of AI stuff in the background. I'm not liking the sound of it. I don't generally have any of that stuff turned on if there's an option for it. My phone obviously listens to me all the time, and it's listened to me now. Reporting back. Yeah, that's it's probably a pretty bit disturbing, Win 10 getting retired. Yeah, because I could have updated it to Windows 11, but I wasn't happy. It was really early days from Win 10 as an automated update. It was giving me that choice, but I think that's gone away now. But then, I don't know about other operating systems, and also I don't really I've got so much data, but I've got a second hard drive, so it's alright, it's not the end of the world. But what I have got is Top Gun, the Top Gun bit from Flight Simulator 2020 that I don't want to lose, but I don't think I will lose it because I've already got it, but I don't know if you re-download, excuse me, if it disappears or not. Hold on, where are we? Stratum, Tussock. Yeah, it's ticked Tussock, right, what else have we got? We've got bacteria, and then, oh, I can't even remember where the mountains are. See, it's already going wrong. Those patches are not actually bacteria. I thought they were. They're not. Yeah, it's like, if you want to know, for kids out there, if there's any youths out there watching this, if you want to see why you shouldn't become a shift worker, this is it. You see the kind of mistakes I'm making here. I wouldn't make these mistakes if I was rested. The pressures of stressful job. Oh, if you're going to do shift work, get an easy job. Don't get something that involves thinking at all. Especially not, yeah. Especially not when thinking and uncertainty, stress, safety. Don't get anything like that. Yeah, but I think we just have this, and then we can go to the mountains, can't we, to try and get that nasty one. The fungoides. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Distance. Oh, what a landing. And you can see it through the window. Yeah, maybe I should buy some other space games. This is the only space game I do, though. The thing is, I think there's so much to Elite Dangerous. I played the original as well, so it's got... To me, it's like a continuation of that. So it's like my youth, you know, because it's so long ago and, you know, your youth goes so quick. It's a constant reminder, but better, but it's better. It's like the same, but better. So I've always got the patience and the enjoyment from this game. So it's hard to get on another spacey game, to give it the time. And there's the other games that I play with friends as well, so it's like you've got to be careful that you don't overface yourself, and you know, you need to concentrate on personal relationships as well, rather than just sitting in a room on your computer talking talking to yourself. Actually, a lot of it is talking to yourself. In this case, it's talking to chums, which is good. Talking to decent people who are worthwhile talking to. That is the important bit. But everyone's going to be worthwhile talking to on some level. You shouldn't segregate them. But sometimes, if I talk about some things like if I talk about climate change to some people, I see their eyes glazing over, and they're thinking you're not worthwhile talking to. I want you to stop talking now. And the thing is, though, right, if you get to that point when you're having a conversation about something they find boring, right, you know they find it boring, you see their eyes glazing over, what do? Do you change the subject, right, or do you carry on talking at the same level just to see what impact it has on them, or do you take the other option of talk even more enthusiastically to try and get them enthusiastic about climate change and see if that works and try and push a hard situation? Because I often go for, and this is funny because the missus always says you don't realise when people are bored to tears by what you're talking about, or when people are getting really annoyed by you. And the thing is, I do know, well, sometimes I don't know, but I do normally know, but I press on anyway. Because either I think it's funny or I think it's important. Like talking to the what was it? I think it was the electrician. I got double teamed by the electrician and his chum on climate change, and he was saying how it's a natural, it's a what is it? A natural variation in the climate of the Earth, and it's nothing to worry about. And I told him all the reasons why not to. I'm not going to talk about that now. I can't cope mentally with it, thinking about it. And he said, and I saw his eyes glaze over, so I carried on and I talked about ice cores and all that, and I talked about science and I talked about all that, and it's like he didn't believe me whatsoever. Anyway, we'll talk about something else now. Anyway, but it could be, and the thing is, you can't argue with some people, you can't have a debate with some people, you can't win, unfortunately. As much as I'd like to win, I can't win. Sometimes you're always going to lose. And it's the thing, it's like with the social media and the radicalisation of the potential radicalisation of people on, like one of them, they talk about the extremes, the tinfoil hat people with their extreme views, and like the flat earthers is one of them, which I didn't realise was even a thing that had come back, but it has, or maybe it hadn't gone away. I think it's crazy, the flat earthers. But the fact they exist doesn't give me a lot of confidence in, and the way that the algorithms work, they separate us from people who are different from us, so we don't come into a contention with alternate viewpoints. This is the problem with the BBC, for example, putting somebody who's a climate change denier and not a scientist as an alternate to an actual scientist who isn't a climate change denier. And that's a problem with having the BBC nonsense bias thing as well. But that's another thing. Problem with the BBC there. Not going to talk about, that's going political, isn't it? But yeah, I think it's all interesting the way things are going, and scary, but... Oh, what am I looking for? I was looking for stratum, wasn't I? I think I've got all the stratum. Have I got a tick on stratum? Yeah, no. Stratum, but the other one. Bacterium has got a tick on. Oh, that's good enough for me. It's got a tick on bacterium. See, what I normally do, I normally write down the degrees in direction of where I'm supposed to be travelling, and what I'll do, I'll say where the mountains are. You know, I'll put a coordinates for the mountains, not coordinates, but I'll put a compass point for the mountains as well. Oh, I can do the look around, can't I? What's this? But I've not done that today, and I don't see any mountains. Normally they're really obvious because they're so big. But this is one of them surfaces where they're like the slight difference in texture. I think, is this the difference in texture? Fungoida is the one we're looking for, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, it's because I've got the old version. It's not telling me what samples it is, which is a bit annoying. It's a pretty bit annoying. Yeah. No, it's good to chat. It's good to talk nonsense. Talk a bit of nonsense as well. Talk about just random things. I think it's good to get some things on your chest, but you don't want to let them get you down. And you need to avoid it as much as possible. I was thinking the other day, maybe I should stop watching the news for a month. I mean, that might be a good idea. I used to take it really a lot more seriously in news as well. I used to actually look at Russia Today. Crazy, isn't it? I looked at China. I looked at America. I looked at even looked at the Daily Mail, the Guardian, and I think it was BBC. But I stopped doing it now. I think I've only got BBC on my phone anyway, because it's just all too much, isn't it? You know, there's only so much, and it's interesting seeing things from all points of view, but there's only so much. You just got to know your biases and live with it. Oh yeah, look at that, got some stratum, but we've got the stratum. But technology is interesting. The thing is in the back of our mind as well. Is we're all thinking as well is what's going to happen in the future with AI and Terminator and Skynet taking over. That's the concern, isn't it? My dream is that Skynet will take over, right? But it'll sort us all out. Like when your parents would bang your heads together as children to tell you off, or slap the back of your legs, or try putting a bar of soap in your mouth until the point where you bite the soap off, and then you never do that again. Because you're a bit, like I said, the E numbers, they were not a good idea. But having an AI that will bang our heads together and tell us off and sort us out, and we just live and do working jobs that we're capable of doing, but are easily within our capabilities and never stress us out. And we work at, like the Chinese philosophy, I think, was 8 hours a day work, 8 hours play and 8 hours sleep. So the AI will sort us out and allow us to do that. That's what I hope. I mean, that's what could happen, or Terminators. And we're all hoping that we can find John Connor to help us out and sort them out. That's what we're all kind of not wanting, definitely. Oh, there it is. It's not what we're looking for, but it is fructoid. Now this was a lot more difficult, I think. Before I upgraded my graphics card, this was well hard. But it's even easier when it shows up as a big black blob before it shows up as a stranded one. So this is pretty cool. I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't need to. It's like my first one. This is nice. Okay, so we're in the mountain area. This kind of smoothie it doesn't look like mountains at all, which is a disappointing end to the stream. I thought it was going to be me swearing and giving up completely. And what is it? It's rage quitting, isn't it? Kind of thing. I've not really done a proper rage quit. My version of rage quit is getting into Super Cruise and getting the freak out. And I don't know if I've sworn at any of the plants yet, but there's a first time for everything. I mean, I'll swear at crashing. Really, I think is when accuse. Sorry, what do you mean? ACUS? Accuse? Is that a typo or accuse? We all have an accusatory. I mean, you don't mean this, but we all have we all accuse each other. We're all in our silos, and we all accuse each other of stuff, and don't get along. But we should all just get along. I mean, have you seen Father Ted with that episode where he's a racist, but he's not a racist? Where he does the Chinese kind of impersonation, which is, I suppose, that is racism, really, but. Then he's not a racist. He's doing it it's kind of racial. It is racist, but he's not a racist as in he doesn't discriminate. At least he doesn't seem to, because we don't know, because he doesn't interact with Chinese before this point. But it's really funny because the bit where he says, "I hear you're a racist now, Father," and that's what it's like, isn't it? It's like you suddenly have these these groups of people, and they follow the leader, whoever that is, the group leader. 5 times, yeah, megabucks. We're going to get some megabucks. What, is that it? It said 2 or 3. Must be 3 or 3. Hey. What? I swear something's going wrong. It might not just be... Oh, Frutexa Acus. Yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm not even paying attention to the game. You're paying more attention than me here. Nice, 7.5 million. See, I should have those. I used to have a spreadsheet. Well, I still have the spreadsheet, but I used to use the spreadsheet and figure out which ones. And I'd figure out, because the Acus, there's a different biomes with some of them in the same genus, aren't they? And oh, there it is. That's not the one I'm looking for, but that is one that we want. That is one I want. Ooh, honey. Come on, land it. Disembark. I went off on a tangent. Thanks for saving it by talking about the actually what I'm supposed to be talking about here. Going down the political way. Avoid politics. That's all you've got to do. Train spotting, that's one way. Cactoidal lapis. Oh, 300 metre distance. That should be a bit of an easy one, but they're quite hard to spot. That one just popped up. Similar colour, but it should show up okay. The other thing is as well about HR a nightmare. Let's talk about work. No, VR is lower resolution. Things don't pop as much in the VR, but I do like this looking around stuff, which I can do with my head tracking. Which is, I'm lucky that I've got a good deal of. I've been quite lucky with the Exobiology on this run. Normally it would have been a lot of black screen searching for planets end of the stick. So we got quite lucky. I made the right choice to do the head tracking because it's made it a lot. Well, it's not made it easier. I hardly used it. In theory, it would have made it a lot easier if I'd have been using it. Yeah, because we want to get it before the end of the stream. Maybe we should check our tracker to see. Because I need to spend some quality time with the missus in a bit, because I've spent most of the time being grumpy in the office, and that will not do whatsoever. I did laugh at the end and laugh at myself and apologise for being a grumpy arse, but sometimes you need a bit more than that. Maybe we'll watch Neighbours. Actually, I've not tried watching Neighbours in so long. I think we've seen it on the TV. Got a TV. That sounds normal, but it really isn't. I've not had I don't own the TV, so I still don't own a TV. It's not mine. But we collectively have a TV. It's not mine. I didn't find it. It's like the car. I drive a car I don't own. Funnily enough, but it is, to all intents and purposes, my car. But what's the point? When you get married, everything that's hers is yours, and etc. What's the point of fighting it? What's the point? And that's the right way to look at it, because if you can't look at it that way, probably, if you can't accept it, you're in denial, because it's a financial arrangement as well. So, oh, come on, mate, give us a landing point. I think we're struggling because of the wings, perhaps. Oh no, what's that there? I just saw a little. I'm not going to talk. No, I don't like to get on about marriage. We'll go into because marriage leads to Christianity. And we'll be back on toast before Nobody's Business. We're not doing that one again. Oh, where is it? Where is it? I'm just looking at this. Oh, there it is. Now, watch me get out on foot and not be able to find where it is now as well. That's the hilarious part. My sense of direction is normally awesome. It's not. But I have to concentrate on sense of direction. When I get tired, the first thing that goes is the sense of direction. So it's down here somewhere. I know it. But people who know me, when I'm driving it, I have a mantra. I have an excellent sense of direction, and I've got a habit of getting lost. And I've done some interesting stuff. It's normally after a night shift, but I say I have an excellent sense of direction. I don't actually mean it. I'm not being cocky. It's like when I play people at pool and I say I'm going to beat you. I don't actually think I'm going to beat them. I'm just saying it. Oh, you've got some free music. That's always good. If you've got any free music to share. I was looking at music. Actually, it's funny you say that. I downloaded a music app the other day for a laugh. Not for a laugh. No, it was more I asked it to do the Blue Danube, an electronic version of a Blue Danube, and it came up with some, not, first off it came up with hip hop. I did ask it for a hip hop version, but then this is on 2 different AI ones as well, but probably using the same model, 2 different places. And it just was not the Blue Danube at all. None of it was the Blue Danube. It just didn't have a clue. And I put by Strauss as well. I didn't put. It was pretty obvious what I meant, at least to me. But even an AI should know what that meant. But yeah, it was really disappointing. You can pay for that. I saw the reason why, because Commander Meccan was talking about another album by Commander Meccan, and this is perhaps I'm not a fan of his music really, because it's AI music, so I don't know why I'm trying to find it. Mainly for free music in the background, or if I think of something, but generally I think it's nice to use classical music. I have used that, and I did use it when I was doing GTA. I used who was the guy, the boss, Bruce. Oh, you don't use AI. Well, if you've got some music that you could share, that you're happy to share, and I can put a link in to it as well if you want, if you have it uploaded as well, then yeah, that'd be great. Let's go in and is that it? Have we finished? Surely not. No, we've got the other one. No samples taken. We've got one more to go, haven't we? So we've got Tectonicus, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cultural. I thought we had. No, we don't have it, do we? No, we mustn't have it. Fungoida. I must have been seeing things because we've got the Tectonicus. No, actually, no, we have got the Fungoida. It's just being Fungoida. No, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I also wanted to experiment. I try not to use AI if I can help it, unless I get desperate. But Google, I still use Google. I use a bit of. I use good DuckDuckGo searches sometimes. Depends on what platform I'm using and all that. But sometimes I don't find it that helpful with what. It depends on what I'm searching for. Yeah, let's see. Fungoida. It's a weird one. Sometimes you can find huge clusters of Fungoida, and it just disappears, and you can't find any more of it. You can find one large batch, and that's it. You're done. I mean, Fruxtella is by far the better. It's so much easier than. It can still be harsh in the mountains, but at least you can find the damn thing in the first place. Let's have a look. Come on. Yeah, I need to work on my Welsh accent though, because they'll never let me in. Actually, as I live here, it's all right because by default, if Plaid Cymru got in and went, they would never ever be allowed the vote. They would never be allowed to do it. But if they ever were, then I would become Welsh anyway by default. It's the same with Scotland. So it'd be fine. But I don't know what would happen. It'd be really odd to, devolution. I don't know how I feel about it. That's politics. Sorry. SoundCloud. Hello. What's down here? Nothing. I get the feeling we're not going to find this. I'm going to have a sweary moment. Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to swear because it's not. The terrain isn't harsh enough to be bumping into stuff every 5 seconds. I'm going too fast, but it should. Even then, it should show up. So I think it used to be 50 meters per second was my limit on the previous. That must have been the previous graphics card. So we don't want to be going massively above that, just to be sure, just in case. 100 is probably a bit too fast. What's that? That's more fruitellers. More fruitellers. Yeah, back when they had music programs in the 1990s, I had some of them. I used to fiddle about them and make my own music. I did used to play the violin back in the day, which is kind of annoying that I have this family heirloom violin, but I don't play the violin anymore. I used to play in the Bolton Youth Orchestra. I played in the Bolton Town Hall. I can't even remember. It's so long ago. But I don't really know how to play the violin anymore. So it's like the same reason. I got emotionally blackmailed to play it anyway. So you know. But yeah, the thing is, I think it would probably hurt my hands maybe, because it used to hurt my hands as a kid. But that's my left hand, and my right hand is the one that is a bit more dodgy at the moment because it's my joystick hand. I find when I've been heavy on the joystick, like with it's more like when I'm doing combat, but probably if I'm doing too much exo, it's the same kind of thing. A lot more joystick movement. Can get an achy hand. I'm a bit worried about potential arthritis as well, but I'm not saying anything to the missus. I should probably go and see a doctor. But, you know, it's one of them things where you're a man and you think, nah, forget it, it's alright, it's probably alright, it's just an ache. But yeah, it's like one of them concerns. As you get older, these things can happen, and with a lot of joystick and keyboard and mouse, stupid stuff like that. Let's get into Super Cruise and see. Oh, what the hell? We still got our landing gear down. Health is always a concern, and we have the NHS, but the NHS is a concern. That's political.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Yeah, there's probably sometimes I think I could eat healthier. We eat pretty healthy, and the biscuits I limit myself, so I think I'm all right on those. I remember I used to be a trainer one time, right? Like a proper trainer. I still do training now, but proper training, just training all the time. And they used to bring in cakes. I swear it was every day. In fact, people ask me, why did you turn vegan? It's really an annoying question because it's a stupid question, right? You want the honest answer? I'm only going to say it on the live stream. This is the only honest answer I'm giving you. I turned vegan because of the bloody cakes. Because there was these ladies, and men as well, but I think it was mainly the ladies that was instigating it. And there was cake club cake club happened every bloody day. Oh, it's my turn tomorrow. I'm doing a cake. My turn tomorrow, and it didn't help that we were near HR. Every Friday, HR toasted drinking champagne. I swear this has happened every Friday. They drank champagne and cake, and the cake ended up over at my end. And they're like, "Oh, finish this cake. So I'm vegan. Sorry, I can't finish the cake. But thank you for offering. But you know what happened? They started baking bloody vegan cakes. So I had to leave the college. That was the only way to get away from it. I had to stop being a professional trainer. I had to stop doing the training. That's how bad it got, because the cake. But in fairness, it was only probably 1 in 3 cakes. But they kept feeling that I was missing out. But I couldn't say to them, look, I'm scared of diabetes, please stop giving me cake. I'm putting on weight. It happens though, this is what happens at work. When you work with people, it's brilliant, and the problem is, you can probably tell by the way I talk, I probably talk too much and can get distracted, and I don't think it affects the job at all, but sometimes I think, am I distracting other people? That's not good, is it? I don't think so, generally not. All my colleagues are top notch. They are the best of the best, I'm telling you that now. So they don't get distracted. But how much more efficient could they be? They could be doing some training, but at the end of the day, what you got to remember, you got to have a good atmosphere at work and talking to each other and just talking about the football, what happened at the weekend. It's nice to be nice. Alright. Can you see the schoolboy error? Oh Christ, I bite. Hopefully it's that one that glows in the dark. It isn't. I don't even know what that one's called. I need to find some of them. Yeah, I think that's probably one mistake too many. I might land it and wait for when I next log on. I might find that Frutella that is probably evading me. Didn't even look at. I think I'm in the right direction. 20020, but it's a really dangly thing. It sticks out a bit. It's a shame we don't have a heat map, isn't it? But we don't, not a heat map, a heat detector, but they probably don't give off heat. They probably don't give off a hell of a lot of heat anyway, so it's not the difference between like a tank and some grass. You know, a warmed up tank and some grass. Not a cold tank. Right, let's have a look. Anything. It's got to be... Oh, there it is! You see it? That was like looking at that secret eye thing. Did you have the secret eye things in the 90s where you had this complicated poster, and if you stare at it for about 5 minutes, a bouquet of flowers will jump out at you, being held by George Formby and his banjo. And I struggled with them at the start, but I did figure it out eventually. It was like that. That's what that fungoida was. Fungoida, the worst one. Oh no. Torch. Where's my fungoida? I've not even got the suit that's got the I have actually got a suit that's got a NVGs on as well. So this is the only chance to use it, and I've got sprint and jump, assisted sprint and jump instead. Yeah, well, that's a hell of a schoolboy error. Now I'm going to show you how not to do it. I used to call my original channel was called GTA the Wrong Way, and you can tell why. But I thought, well, I'm doing myself injustice. Like, some of the YouTubers were definitely doing it the wrong way in GTA. And some of them, there's not as many in the YouTubers in at least in Elite Dangerous are generally higher quality. I think they think about things a bit more than the kind of. The problem with GTA is it tends towards the people who scream and kind of shout and say sensational things and pull faces and have crazy haircuts, which is not me. That's why I wasn't top tier. And I'm right, there's other reasons as well. There's all sorts of reasons. But I felt like if I'd have screamed like a child, no, that wouldn't have worked. I'm probably giving them unfair. They're entertaining to people. At the end of the day, if that's your bag, if that's what you enjoy, it's what you enjoy. You've got to find your audience. That's the thing with YouTube. You've got to be yourself. And if your audience isn't there, just keep on going and it arrive. But the thing is about YouTube is sometimes it's okay to abandon it as well. Because there's many times I've thought of ending the channel, and Elite Dangerous has given me that kind of hope and that enjoyment of it again. I don't feel that there's a pressure to produce. I'll just do it when I can fit it in, and I try and give people guidance if I can, add any kind of help to people, because there's some decent people on it. There's some good feedback, generally decent feedback from people. People generally know their onions, and it's a nice community. I like it. It's a shame it's not more widespread, and there's not more people who play the game. I really wish there were. I really wish it was a bigger game, just so that they would invest more in it than anything else. And not for the channel. I'm not being greedy, because I think there would be better YouTubers emerging. So I don't think I would suddenly go to the top of the YouTube and quit my day job. And I wouldn't quit my day job anyway. I'd never quit my day job for it. And we've got to be seriously talking millions, really, to be bribing me to do this as a job. But I do make a little bit of money out of it, but it's not minimum wage. And I wouldn't advise YouTubing as a career either. There's only a small amount of people who make it. But it is good. It's a good one to do as a practice, as an experiment to get better at public speaking. It's good for that. Get better at preparing videos and thinking about your audience. There's a lot of skills that you're learning doing it, so it is worth doing. But think of it as a practice, as an education. It's a way of educating yourself. What am I on about? Anyway, I think I got lucky on that one. I better just check my phone actually. I've got a tracker on her. I've got a tracker on her. I can tell when I can stop playing. It's alright. She knows I'm playing. She knows I'm messing up. It was either that or go to sleep, to be honest. Oh, we are very close. Oh no. No, actually we're not far. We got on about 10 minutes before we get found out. It's not really. It's not as bad as the other one. I did 4 hours on the other one. Is this 4 hours? It's coming. We're going to end it on 3 hours, everyone. That's it. We're going to find a place to land, and then we're going to end the stream. If you've got any questions, then drop it now, and nothing too complicated. But thank you very much for joining and chatting to me. You've been really amazing, and it's just nice to have an interaction, because I don't know, none of my friends play Elite Dangerous. In hindsight, I wish I'd have got them into it, because then we could have all switched from GTA to Elite Dangerous, and that would have been amazing. But there are lots of online chums that I've got anyway. In the squadron there's a lot of decent people in my squadron. That's another one to think about. I just drop the squadron here. Where is it? What's it called? Just EAOC. What's it called? I don't even remember now. What's the squadron actually called? The East Orion Company. So if you want to join a squadron, those lot are really, really friendly, and they'll answer questions if you've got them. So do check them out. And I'll be in there and do some stuff at some point as well, and hopefully figure out the Discord, which I'm useless at, I know, but you've seen. Yeah, thanks for talking. Thanks for talking, MPJ, Jalfrazy. Thank you very much for helping out the channel. But no, thanks for interacting and helping me out play a bit of Elite Dangerous, because it's always good to have a bit of input, especially when you've got this level of energy. Because you have been very helpful with pointing out species and all that. And I'd better head off. I said on the hour. Ari Ben, is it on the hour? Yes, it is. So that is the end. Have a most excellent day, and if I don't speak to you before the weekend, I don't know if I will get time for a stream on Friday. It may well do. Depends on if I get left alone again, and if the shift is... It could be a real shizer show on Friday, to be honest, for a number of reasons. But if I will try and put one in on Friday, which may have some news in it, I don't know. We may have some news to talk about. We may not with regards to Elite Dangerous. As things nearby get nearer with the T11, we can talk about that a bit more. Maybe I'll do a laser mining. It might well be more of this. Depends on if I've got back or not by then. So have a great day. Thank you very much. And how do I end it? Have an excellent day if you are playing Elite Dangerous. That's the way to do it. Very glib. Sorry. Thanks. And thanks for watching.